Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I wonder if she's good in bed. I wonder if she's bitchy in bed. I bet you she's real bitchy. I mean, I bet you could really be laying it to her and she'll like find something wrong. I mean, you really laid it to her for like 45 straight minutes of pounding.
Well, let's ask Matt Gates.
Thanks for being
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of your listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is strictly prohibited.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. We had a car show based competition. Feel like it. Hello?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Anybody
pumping
there?
up. He's gonna be pumping up quick.
Anybody there?
We're here.
Anna, I might need your help.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm relabeling my board right now because it hasn't been I don't even know that it's ever been. I think it's been relabeled one time. You know what each pot represents, right?
Yes, I understand.
Yes. Well, man, you know you're getting old when for instance, Mike 1, let me just show you, is like this teeny tiny, right? Well, I can't get the adhesive off the back because I don't have any finger. Can I
tell you the trick?
What?
Are you watching mine? You watching my camera?
Yeah.
So it's
yours
split,
is significant
it
larger,
doesn't matter.
buddy.
It's split down the middle. So if you do like this,
Really? Like a bow tie?
the back
Oh,
split.
I see. That's why I love them.
Never saw that maneuver.
Oh my Lord, look at that.
Does that make it a little easier?
Yeah. They're teeny tiny though.
They are.
Hold on, let me see if I can just get this one in place before we start the program, please. Today is election day. Don't forget to vote, no matter where you live. Well, I should say it's not election day, maybe in everywhere. Here it is. Oh, it looks very beautiful. Oh my God, Lummy, you should see how good it looks.
Oh, I'm sure it looks great.
Only 30 to go.
Only actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Blitz, I don't think I need to do the uppers. Like where DVD player, slate mic, shower, green room,
Okay.
saw shed, replay. I don't think we need to do the A and B side. They're all.
You're just going to wash half the car?
No,
I think those are even smaller.
You're not even understanding.
Okay.
No sense of doing those because they're really not that messed up. These down here are really, worn.
Yeah, because your hands are always on them.
Like a lot of people, if you ever ran the board, Dan, you would know. Well,
I understand.
You've ran the board a
Yeah,
little bit. You're not touching up here usually. It's all down here.
Right.
Right. Hello, Anna. How are you? Did you roll? I'm feeling you may have rolled last night.
I did, and it wasn't my best day, but that's okay because I saw Rob Kahn, and he's so cool, man. He gave me a hug. He's like, "You're a 4-stripe already?" And just really pumping me up.
How's he doing? I got an idea for him.
He looks good. He looks great, and I feel like he needs to be nudged to come in. I'm like, dude, Bubba would love to see you. He's like, I know, but I feel like we need to pressure him to come in.
Yeah.
And sit in with us.
Lummy.
And kill Lummy.
He's done that a couple times.
Man, and to know how badass he is.
Yeah.
Or even Matt, because Matt, although Matt's a little more.
Matt who?
Matt Arroyo.
Oh, okay.
Matt Arroyo's a little bit more if you saw Matt Arroyo, he looks a little more uptight than Rob does. If you saw him at the mall or at the Home Depot, you can tell Matt's just a little more uptight and maybe a little bit more tightly wound but if you saw Rob Kahn, you would just thought, man, this
he
guy
just kind of looks like a regular dude.
Yeah,
he's a
chill.
regular dude. He's going to the beach later today. He's just doing whatever. Little do you know, he could kill you.
In seconds.
Literally kill you.
But he's really responsible for that whole gym because he was the one that mentored Matt.
Right.
In his BJJ journey. So
right, he's
the one that gave him his black belt. Yeah.
Right, he's the one that awarded Matt his black belt.
Right.
Like, so is that kind of like Matt Sensei, kind of?
Yeah, the lineage is very important, I realized, and it kind of all needs to go back to the Gracie family. And because Rob Kahn got his black belt
from Gracie.
I think you said he was the first American to get his black belt from a Gracie.
I think he might have been.
So that lineage is very sacred in the jiu-jitsu community.
It's very not watered down. It's very pure. Right.
So my teacher got his black belt from him.
See,
Jeff,
so if your belts are only 3 removed from Gracie himself.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it's like a family lineage.
Your belt's from Jeff, right? Mm-hmm. Jeff's belt's from Matt.
Rob.
Matt's belt. Rob.
They all learned from Rob.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah.
All right, cool. So Jeff's belt's from Rob. That even gets you closer to the seed, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel that you didn't do so good about last night?
I was just, I was kind of getting pummeled a little bit. But then, again, I was the only girl minus this other chick who is about 5'11 and 210. And she was whooping my ass, and I was just getting annoyed. But I'm like, dude, she's like 90 pounds heavier than you, Anna. Relax.
It probably, though, deep down, like,
as
much as it sucks as it's happening, it probably really toughens you up.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's good for your ego.
Like
and
when you're a freshman or a sophomore.
To do something that you're not good at and keep going.
When you're a freshman or a sophomore in varsity football.
Yeah.
Lemmy, I don't know. You were pretty big. I don't know. But
no, but when I was a sophomore, they were bigger guys.
Yeah, like when I was
juniors and seniors.
Yeah, when you're a sophomore, you get to play. You got a chance to be on the varsity team. Well, these guys are 2 years older. They've been in the system. They know everything.
Man muscles.
And, and you're 15 and they're 18, and there's a big difference between. Like, that's when you kind of, Dan, as a boy, kind of hit your testosterone spurt, so to speak. At 14 and 15, you're kind of a boy.
Yes.
But at 17 and 18, you're a man.
Usually.
Or getting close to one.
And the muscle is different. A man muscle is different than a boy muscle.
Right.
It's just a lot different. It's got different endurance, different strength, different ability to go beyond what you think. And so, like in cycling, you suck until you're 23, 24 years old.
Really?
19-year-olds suck next to 24-year-olds in cycling. It's bizarre.
Is it just something just click at 23, 24?
The muscles are different. Yeah.
That's interesting because, like, with a lot of endurance sports, it's like that. Like ultra marathon runners, you'd be hard pressed to find them younger than 30.
Right. Now, but Anna, like, as much as it sucks as this big old girl's rolling up on you, it probably is making you tougher.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, it is.
So when
to
you
get your ass whooped, I think it's good for you.
When you get like a little 125-pounder, you'll be throwing that bitch everywhere.
Not necessarily. I mean, if their technique is really good, then they'll still dominate. But yeah, you'll definitely feel that strength, especially when you're rolling with a man. It's just different. Biological differences are real, folks.
Now you're 5 stripe white, right?
4
stripe white. Now do you go to is there a 5th?
I believe there is a 5th, and then you get your blue belt.
So it goes white to blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you probably got one more to stripe to go on your white. Are you looking at any time, like maybe by the end of the year?
That's what they're thinking, but I would honestly like to wait like at least another year.
Hold on. Wait.
No. Here's the thing: is because I want to make sure that I'm like legitimately a blue belt.
So you don't want to get belted up too fast.
You don't want to get belted up too fast because here's the thing.
Hold on.
Then you start getting your ass whooped by
let me stop
advanced white belts, and that'll really mess with my brain.
Yeah, but hold on though, Anna. Yeah. Usually, Matt, anybody that comes from the Gracie lineage doesn't have a reputation of belting quickly.
I know.
Like Rob, Rob would go to tournaments. And his white, 5-stripe white belts were whipping ass because everybody else would just belt you on through all these little mom and pop and these stupid ass other places that belt you so that you'll stay.
Right.
It's business. Well, Rob and Matt and Jeff, they're not. Rob has a history of slow belting, if there's such a thing.
That would be great. A lot of people are eager to get their blue belt. I'm like, let me just make sure I'm like deep in my blue belt before I actually get it.
Yeah, but
because I'd rather be a white belt whooping someone's ass who's a blue belt than the other way around.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be if you truly are on a blue belt level and your instructors, Jeff, Matt, Rob gets involved in that or not, but thinks that you're a blue belt and they think you're a blue belt,
right?
And it's their reputation on the line. that if you were to be getting your ass kicked by 4-stripe white belts, they're not going to belt you up sooner than you.
Yeah,
than you
no,
need.
I know.
But if they offer it to you, then that means they think you're ready.
Right.
Would you say no? Or you?
No, I
mean,
wouldn't say no, obviously, but it would just bring on another wave of anxiety.
Oh,
I'm a very
Jesus.
anxiety-riddled person, as you've probably noticed.
Yeah, I do. But like if Matt or Jeff, if Jeff came to you and said, hey, like maybe it's in December or something.
Yeah, it is. The next belt ceremony is in December.
Do they tell you, or do you just have to go and you have to go and if they belt you up, or do they give you an idea you're getting belted up?
The only time that they tell you that you're getting it, I think, is with the black belt because you got to make a speech and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, like, I already know who's getting their black belt in December because there's 2 people and they're going to get a speech. They give
Can you imagine
like a 30-minute speech.
if Dan got black belted and what Dan's speech would be?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to know that I got a black belt, but it's got gold trim on it, and I'm a badass
It's been
now.
45 minutes. Come on.
And I'm a badass now, and I used to be a badass,
Like, why
but
does this
now
guy
I'm
have a PowerPoint?
But now I'm a real badass, so I want to make sure everybody knows that I'm a real badass
You got a
now.
whole film crew in there.
Fireworks.
Yeah, an AV set up.
Catered dinner.
Yeah.
He's got
It's a
everything.
whole gala event.
Gucci belt.
His belt's Gucci.
Yep.
We were going to give Dr. Diaco his black belt, but it's back ordered on Gucci. Louis Vuitton doesn't make it just in all black.
They're not done with the gold stripes
They
yet.
did the brown belt.
So it goes white, then purple.
Blue,
Okay, white, then blue, then
purple.
purple, then brown, then black.
Yes.
Oh, there's only like 5.
Only like 5.
And
But you get
there's like
stripes in
15
between.
stripes
You get
on each
stripes
one?
in between.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you
get
do?
5 stripes in between.
So like if you saw a girl
Yeah.
your age, I'm sorry, your size,
Yeah.
roughly your size. Let's say 125,
Sure.
and she's like brown.
Oof.
You're like, oh my god,
Dude, I'm S-ing myself if I have to roll with her and she's purple. I'm like, oh God. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh, so purple. So
Purple
it
is
goes
very advanced. You can whip probably about 99% of society's ass.
on purple.
Yeah.
Blitz, I like watching these. Is it crime and law? Is that what it is, Blitz?
long crime.
Yeah, one of those. But then I watch this other guy, and he's in California, and he's a bounty hunter.
Okay.
And he goes out and chases these people that have skipped bail. And there's different laws for different states as to what bounty hunters can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like some can carry, some can't. Some can have less lethal things like tasers and bear spray. And it just the rules are all different. But
Yeah.
one rule that's common is that you by all means can use a lot of, like if a person skipped bail and you are to arrest them immediately. You arrest them and take them to jail, because if you don't get them in jail, then you lose the money you put up. So this guy from California, man, when you're dealing with people that have skipped bail, you're not quite dealing with the nicest of humanity.
Oh, no.
You're not dealing with, hey, come on over and, I missed my court date, and sure, I'll come right along with you. No big deal. It's usually a fight. So this one bounty hunter dude, he's a little skinny guy, but he's pretty tough. So he goes to take this one dude in because he missed court, but the dude was a black belt.
Oh, no.
And he was a black. He was a
Yeah, and what?
Jiu-jitsu?
and whatever the
Or karate?
no,
or-
and like
Judo?
whatever going down to the ground and making you submit is.
That's probably jujitsu.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu.
Or judo, yeah.
Well, like whatever would require you to put a person in an arm bar or a guillotine or a rear naked. What's that?
That's jujitsu.
All right, so this guy's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. And so the guy goes to the bounty hunter goes to this guy's work, and the guy's like, I ain't coming with you, buddy. I can't step out of work here. I'll get fired. He's like, well, listen, we can do this one or two ways. The easy way, the hard way. Well, the guy didn't pick the easy way. He picked the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
So this little guy goes, maybe a little smaller than Dan, goes to put his hands on this dude. And it's just, he can't get him. So at the end of the day, they finally get him down to the ground and get him handcuffed. But while he's getting handcuffed, he gets the bounty hunter in an arm bar while he's handcuffed, and he's on his back. And when you're on your back, how you use your legs, like.
Oh, yeah, and you thrust up with your hips.
Yeah, so this guy's handcuffed, but nobody can really get on him or detain him because he's Johnny, jiu-jitsu, and he's already arm barred one dude.
Yeah.
Lummy, did you think you found it for
I think so.
Yeah, you think you found it for me? Of course you did, Lummy. Let me see. Did Rhett make it in today?
He's here.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is it right here. Hi, Rhett. Nice for you to join us today, buddy.
Good morning.
Was it your alternator or what?
Just the battery.
Just the battery.
For now.
All right. For now. What's that mean?
Because the alternator is really what's wrong.
Oh, so you're saying like when that battery goes dead, Dan, because it's not getting recharged, then we're gonna have right back to square one.
Yeah, because once his car started, if it didn't stay on, that means the alternator is probably suspect.
Right.
Unless the battery was that bad.
Did you get the alternator? Now you know you can go to Advanced and Pep Boys and all those Napa, and they'll do a check for you for free. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you do that?
No, I didn't yet.
Why not?
I walked it to AutoZone yesterday, and I didn't feel like going back once I was there.
Well, once you're at AutoZone, buddy.
I didn't have a truck.
Oh, you walked.
Yeah, I had to hike it.
How long?
A little under a mile. It was
Well, that
long
ain't nothing.
Bears.
Yeah, but once you put the battery on and start, why don't you just drive it on down there and say, hey, can you do an alternator check on me?
Bubba, it was a mile away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He didn't feel like
Man.
going back after. Yeah, home.
Today's youth. How old are you, Rhett?
23.
Yeah, okay.
Pickle.
Today's youth are really just a bunch of lazy bastards, are they
It's
not?
unbelievable.
God.
The open road this summer.
Hold on. Where
A
I
smart
didn't.
way to road trip
What happened?
and seek new
Oh,
adventures.
the bounty hunter's going on a road
Yeah.
trip.
Go a little farther this summer in a new Chevy.
I was.
Find
the new
new get
battery.
up and go.
I
want
woke
a
up
new Chevy.
super early today, and I end
Oh,
up
God.
getting behind, and I'm and now I didn't get to prepare nearly like I wanted to. So I'm running a little bit behind.
Did you get my prep?
Yes.
Okay.
I got it all.
Yeah,
yes,
I
I
got your
did.
prep at 6 a.m.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
All right,
right.
so here we go. So, Lummy, thank you for finding this for me.
problem.
Anna, watch this now. This guy's a little black belt, okay? The guy in the blue shirt, right?
Yeah, and you would never know.
No, you'd never know.
Yeah, he's a pleasant
You're like, I'll
looking
kick
fella.
that guy's ass. Meanwhile, he would whip me. If me and Fabrizi or Dan, only chance we'd have is if maybe Jimmy was there. Maybe.
So there's a camera crew with these people.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like body cam stuff.
No, he always, it's like he's got a pretty big YouTube channel. This guy's,
Oh, he's got multiple cameras.
33 million.
he's got how many?
33 million.
Hold on. Tell Blitz again.
33 million.
Yeah. Do the math.
Oh, okay. But he still has multiple cameramen.
What's that mean? What's multiple
So
camera?
he's got people there with him. Like, it's not just him.
I know, but just watch how badass this is, Blitz. Quit being a dick. I wish we had. How many Lummy do you have?
I think Blitz at 3.
No,
Oh, 33 million.
If we had 33 million, you'd be in a lot better mood. Would you not?
Who, me?
Yeah. If we had 33 million subscribers, we'd have more cameramen and you'd be in a better mood.
Okay.
You're not agreeing with me?
I don't understand what it has to do with having cameramen.
I thought you were being a dick, trying to say like this guy's,
No, I thought he was by himself with a body cam. I didn't know he had cameramen with him, so he's got people that can help him out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you really can't. I mean, just watch how badass this guy cameramen do. Like if
If Rhett, we got
we got
Rhett.
Rhett. What can Rhett do?
He's gonna stomp on him with his sandals.
Yeah, Lummy, you're not one to talk. You're not one to talk. You took the puss road out too. You're not one to talk. This agent is a douchebag.
Yeah,
Like,
you can
he's
tell.
always putting little schmarmy comments on the deal. He really is. I will back Blitz on that one. This guy's a dick. But Blitz, I can also be the standard Blitz and have the argument this guy shouldn't have been putting himself in this situation either. You're not dealing with the best of people. You're dealing with dicks. Although I like that truck.
Oh.
Yeah, hold on. Now, mind you, the guy's handcuffed, so
Now,
he's
what
edited
is he
this
really
tape.
gonna do? I mean,
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
He got kicked.
Dan, like you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Except Dan, you'd have your knee behind his neck.
you have
And
Mark.
the other one talking about, I'm going right for the taser. I mean, this guy's giving me enough probable cause to tase him, has he
Really
not?
kicked you.
I will still tase you.
By the way, I never see this guy tase. Keep two people at bay while being handcuffed.
And he's calm. He's so
He is.
calm.
That's part of jujitsu is being like
Relaxed.
being real calm. Right on, like when you're on your back and stuff, and most people are be freaked out. You're supposed to be super calm, aren't you?
usually the more advanced players are, yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Oh, damn it! I didn't mean to do that. So
Ooh.
sorry. So he does
Oh,
tase
okay.
some people, but not nearly as much as he says he's going to tase. This little guy's always like, "I'm going to tase you. I'm going to tase." He does sometimes tase.
Okay.
He
'Cause-
tased this one guy in the balls one time.
Oh, nice.
I saw he tased this one, and you know when you tase, you can't really determine where the taser goes per se. like it spreads out and like attaches to your body. So I don't know that you can really
I
aim
really
it.
hate to be the bearer of bad news.
No. What, Blitz?
This is all fake.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it's clearly all fake.
How can you tell this is
Well,
all?
the acting is like as good as a porn film.
Yeah, it's horrible acting, and other sheriff departments have come out and said this is all fake. He pays for everything. They're not real people. They're not real bail jumpers.
It was still super cool, though.
Yeah.
Because I guess he
YouTuber
was.
Patty Mayo is not
This
affiliated
is
with
from the
Oregon
Oregon-
Sheriff Department. So this
And
guy
it goes in to say that everyone's paid actors.
really.
Yeah. There's a bunch of posts online too.
Even the
about-
perps?
Yeah, it's all fake.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd fake it too if I had 33 million.
He's got 10 million, but I'd still fake it as well.
I mean, how'd you say?
That video had 33 million views.
But 10 million subs,
That's
right?
awesome either way. I mean, he's killing it money wise.
Yeah, he's laughing at our nonsense.
How close are we to 50? Are we at 48?
I don't know. I think we're at 48.2.
Nice.
Man, can you imagine if we were at 10 million? God.
Yeah, he's raking in the money, that's for sure.
My Lord. You know what, Dan? I'd probably have a Ferrari. If I had 10 million, I'd probably have a Ferrari.
That'd be awesome. We'll get there.
That's like saying I'm going to get down to 185.
You will. If you want, you will.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I can get you there.
No, what? Please. Anyway, speaking of what you could do, this was an article that Anna sent me a few days ago, in how the new vogue cool surgery amongst women is labia reduction because of the new the TikTok, the real designer vagina surgery doubles in 2022 for one surgeon thanks to the TikTok leggings. So like for instance, Dan, I'm not trying to be creepy, but your wife, like the kind of leggings she wore Sunday.
Yes.
All right. Well, that, really accentuates women's vaginas.
Yes, I agree.
And so since those pants are very popular and you can't be a hot chick and not wear one of those pants, but it really shows, it really shows what you're working with regards to your vagina. Like if you got a big old fat vagina, those pants are going to highlight your big old fat vagina, are they not?
Yeah.
Have you seen an increase in women wanting to do this?
Yes, I've actually gotten more calls in the last year for it.
There is the
Absolutely.
labia minora and the labia majora. The labia minora are the lips on the inside, and the labia majora are the lips on the outside. Labiaplasty is basically reshaping of these lips.
Now, Dan, do you do all of this?
Yes, and I do both the labia minora and the labia majora. It depends on the patient.
Now, isn't one of the procedures done with a phallic-looking laser?
That tightens the inside. That doesn't do anything for the outside look. That makes the inside tighter, whiter, better.
But the outside is what they're
It's
talking.
all surgical.
Is what you're doing here.
Yes,
And
so
like, how do you do like, let's say we have to kind of be medical
Okay.
on this, but let's say the lips,
labia.
the labia
Mm-hmm.
is laying there, looking like some bat wings or something like that. Do you just literally just kind of cut like the outer part of it out, and then just
that was
leave?
the old way of doing it, and that's the way I think the barbarians do it now. And so the more, I think, anatomical and cleaner way of doing it is what's called like a V wedge excision, sometimes combined with a Z-plasty for the clitoral hood. Because a lot of times, if a little bit of it's big, a lot of it's big, and so
Right.
just addressing the labia doesn't always do it, because people with large labia usually have a large clitoral hood. Am I being clinical enough?
Very.
Okay, so
Yeah, keep
instead
going.
of just taking the V,
I'm almost there.
Instead of taking the V wedge out of the labia minora, you run it up the side of the clitoral hood and bring that down too. Now, sometimes people have too much labia majora, or as they get older, it gets deflated. So a puffy
Yeah.
with turgor labia majora is more
Yeah.
youthful.
Now, can you puff up a
Yep.
labia majora?
Show can.
Do you
with
do that
fat.
How much is that?
It
I'm gonna start
depends.
saving.
Blitz is gonna sell his Bitcoin immediately and head. See, him and Anna's going in Friday after the show.
Sure,
Off the rails is gonna be right over to Dan's.
her labia's
Pump it up.
Her labia's gonna look like a Miami chick's lips.
Oh,
God.
man. Can you really pump them up, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
For real?
And they look much better. More inviting.
See?
The London-based plastic surgery, thanks to the popularity of ultra-tight exercise clothing such as leggings.
God bless the fashion industry.
And Dan, I got to think that that's probably pretty good for breast dogs as well.
Show is. And abs.
And abs.
I mean, I do a lot of surgery between the shoulders and the thighs. You know, that's where everyone's really worried about, between your shoulders and your thighs. No one sees knees. No one sees hands. They just care about the thigh, the butt, the labia, the abs.
Are you doing
and
a
the
lot of
breasts.
ass stuff now, too?
Yes. And then we do it so much safer. The old way was really dangerous, and now when we
Well,
put
the old
fat
way
in-
was so dangerous you wouldn't even do it.
Right.
I
And
mean,
so-
there was years where, you know, you probably were 3 to 4 years behind because you just didn't like the procedure at the time and thought it was too risky.
a lot of the pioneers in the procedure killed a couple people on the way. And so I let them make their mistakes, learn from their mistakes, and then they have now a much safer technique, which involves using ultrasound to make sure the fat is going in the right place and not into the muscle, which goes into the vein, which kills you.
They're having problems doing certain activities, like their sports, wearing certain clothes, and we're not talking about bikinis, we're talking about jeans.
Jeans?
Wow. This procedure involves
I mean-
involves removing tissue from the labia to reduce its size. So that would be the V cut that you make, right?
Yes.
On the labia minora.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
And then the
And then sometimes you got to take care of
that.
that clitoral hood because there's a bunch of extra skin floating around and it just gets in the way.
So what do you do? Just whittle that down a little bit?
Well, it's hard to draw it out. I'm trying to describe it clinically. So you take the V wedge out of the labia.
Maybe you could doodle something on a little paper, and we could
Can't
show
show
the
it,
the
though.
whiteboard.
Oh, we
Can't
couldn't?
show it.
The
No, no, no.
whiteboard.
Hold on,
Yeah.
you're trying to tell me that
You
if
cannot show it.
a
Period.
doctor
Doesn't matter.
All right.
Caviar tacos, 1,000 bits.
was showing an anatomically correct vagina and the procedures that are needed to do this reduction of surgery, that's illegal?
Correct.
Wow. Talk about a woke-ass society that we live in. A doctor can't, on a chalkboard, write clinically a potential procedure. The way that he does, a procedure. Boy, that really sucks. How much does something like that? I mean, Dan, do they go in for three? Like, do they go in for the clitoral, labia, majora, and minor, or is each vagina its own little snowflake, and it might require?
It is. Every vagina is different. There are no two vaginas are the same, and everyone's needs are a little different. And the nice thing is because I don't have just one tool, I have a lot of options, and I can address both the clitoral hood and the labia minora together. If there's a labia majora problem, I can either take out some of it's redundant or puff it up. And if you have problems inside,
I feel that you don't advertise this.
it's hard to advertise that because we're always getting flagged on Facebook advertising because we violate their community standards. So,
really,
anytime you talk about anything plastic surgery, they just like to throw a bomb on you.
You're a real doctor.
I know.
Just like we got suspended from
you
YouTube for a week when you were saying that ivermectin with a deoxycycline and a Z-Pack chaser was the way to go, which, by the way, it was the way to go.
No doubt.
But, boy, it wasn't the way to go back then, now was it?
God forbid you disrupt the current narrative. And, I mean, it's so frustrating.
By the way, Janie Cakes...
It's not what Comrade Fauci said, so...
Janie Cakes is completely cured with your
Awesome.
concoction.
Awesome.
Yesterday was the first day that she tested negative.
Awesome. Cool.
And she...
And she's, she's not young.
No, she's 76 years old.
Right. And those are the people that are risky.
A little bit overweight. And, she had, she probably was a little at risk, right? If COVID was going to maybe take somebody out, it could potentially take somebody out as old as my mom is.
How many shots has she had? 3 or 4?
She has had them all.
All of them.
4
up
shots.
To dates.
So actually, with 4 shots, you're almost more susceptible to it now.
I did tell her this. I said, no more shots, Mom. No more. And the doctor, her primary caregiver, wanted to put her on that pill that Pfizer makes.
Paxlovid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she would have gotten better after 3 days, then been good for about 2 days, and then she would have gotten really sick on the backside.
With the Plaxil?
Yeah, the Paxlovid's got a really bad rebound, and a lot of people experience it way more than they said in their studies. They were so disingenuous and misleading and outright fraudulent in all of their studies showing the safety and efficacy of these vaccines. And when they test other things, they use different standards. It's just so ugly how these vaccines have been pushed through the investigative and studying process. Fast-tracked. And now, they had this vaccine out. Why not go back and do the studies now? We've had this vaccine for 2 years.
They're afraid of the results.
Because all the animals died when they tested on animals. So it's a scary vaccine. mRNA technology is horrific.
Would you say now, though, like even from Arlene to Janie Cakes, okay? From Arlene to Janie Cakes and throw in Joe in there, right? All of our parents, Blitz's parents, Lummy's parents, Anna's parents. Would you tell our parents, now Anna's parents obviously are Californication, and things they're a little bit more scared out there. But would you tell them, stop with the shots? Like if they come out with another one, like stop, don't get it.
Well, I told my family. This is what I told my family. My mom and dad at the very beginning, because they were over 80, got the pair of Pfizer shots, and they have had no booster since because I don't believe the boosters are helping anything. The studied, this is from the manufacturer's immunity from the booster, only lasts 4 to 8 weeks. I mean, that's useless.
So now, do you think they will come out? Do you think the government has figured out we can't boogeyman this COVID much longer? I don't think that there's another shot in America. I don't think that we can supercell one more shot.
So what they're doing is they're trying to sort of bury the COVID shot into the flu shot, and they're trying to make a combination flu-COVID shot for this winter, and that's what they're going to push on everybody. Get your flu/COVID vaccine.
So and then their next thing is this pill.
And this is like another one of their therapies. This is like this pill.
If you get it, which we're all going to get it, and you're going to get it maybe again. I mean, I think we've all had it.
Yes.
I think we've all had it, and maybe some of us have had it twice. I don't know. But we probably are all going to get it again.
Maybe not.
I mean, it's and if we don't get it, then we're at one time or another, probably in the next 24 months, all of us going to maybe get the flu.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Or a cold.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Right.
And so, like, is everything, now that they've boogeyman COVID so bad, is everything going to get boogeyman? Are we going to be able to live life normal where flu season and cold season and sinus, all that is just the way we live our life, and you get sick from time to time.
I have mixed feelings about this because, the flus that we get are natural flus. And even monkeypox is something that wasn't really man-made. It was something that jumped. But COVID was absolutely manufactured to be very difficult to manage, both from an epidemiological standpoint and from a personal standpoint when someone is actually sick. And so this COVID virus that we are experiencing right now did not exist in humanity, and certainly not in the wild over the last decade or over the last 1,000 years. This thing was manufactured. There's parts of it that are impossible to have formed naturally. And those parts make it so much more virulent and dangerous. The spike protein sticks to the human cells way better than normal coronavirus does.
Isn't the structure similar to the HIV virus?
There's strands of HIV sequences within the virus, again, making it more virulent. So there's 3 or 4 areas on that virus that have been manipulated to make it more dangerous. So
you're saying it was a product of gain-of-function research?
Absolutely, 100%. In my personal opinion, based on the research I've read, it's a product of gain-of-function research. Yes, 100% in my opinion.
Look at Anna.
Well, Fauci and
show those shoulders, bitch. Pop
That's what's up.
Rand Paul got into a big argument over that in like 2021.
Who did?
Rand Paul and Fauci. When Rand Paul said, "Is this a gain of function?" and he goes, "No, absolutely not."
And so again, he's trying to play with words, but he's not a lawyer, and he's done a very poor job of playing and trying to split his words.
In December he's out.
Yeah, I got. Anna sent me that. I hear Anthony Fauci said he's stepping down in December for the next chapter of his career. Well, no.
Next chapter is death, buddy.
The next chapter is cashing in all those stock options that you couldn't probably really use. And
right, from Pfizer and Moderna.
Watch him go work for Pfizer now.
Yeah. Oh, no, hold on. Or he couldn't, exercise those options until he wasn't an employee of the government, right?
Doesn't he have like a big government golden parachute?
Oh, he gets about $350 a year, I think, for retirement from the government, plus all of the money he's made from all of those patents and all the investments he's had in the pharmaceutical industry. So, I think it's going to be difficult, though, because without Fauci...
Why don't they put him on trial? Let's just do a congressional inquiry on him.
The COVID group that I'm in wants him on trial. They want him on trial in Nuremberg trials. I mean, they think that he is like internationally evil. But it's a shame, because if he's gone, I mean, without him, we don't have science. We don't have this authority that tells us exactly that, at the beginning that COVID wasn't a problem, but then it kind of became a problem. And then they also told us, there's no person-to-person spread, but then kind of there was person-to-person spread. And they said,
don't wear masks, wear masks.
He said the masks are not critical, but then he said wear masks.
2 weeks later,
because,
wear masks.
It's droplets, but it's not droplets. It's really aerosol.
It'll prevent you from getting the disease, and then it'll prevent you from getting the hospital.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's been the epitome of a rock and science and has never wavered from anything he's ever said in the last 2 years. Thank God we had Anthony Fauci, because we'd all be freaking dead right now without him.
And a lot of people are.
Last night, Senator Kennedy came out and said that if the Republicans get a hold, they're going to go after Fauci.
Yeah, but what do they do? And then they get him for lying to Congress.
I mean, this is
hold on. Where do you start on where you can get him? I don't know. I think he's a lot of this whole COVID, overreaction.
So is Birx. So is Redfield. All those people are guilty. They're all guilty. And so there's
let's
one.
Let's do the COVID trials.
I would love to, but there's only one problem. And there was a little element of uncertainty. And so that's going to be their defense in all of this. We didn't have all of the information. We didn't have all the data. We didn't have all the facts. Now, I think Fauci lying about gain of function is unconscionable. I think them hiding the fact that it came from that China lab is unconscionable. But the problem is the patents on the viral strands that are suspect are U.S. patents. So if you really want to get ugly, I don't blame China. I blame America for allowing and helping make this virus more dangerous. And funding it. Yes, we're just as guilty as China. That's why we haven't invaded China over this, because we have dirty hands.
And that's why we haven't, started any congressional or Senate hearings, because
we're guilty too.
Right. Hold on.
Well, unless Dr. Fauci decides to seek asylum in some foreign country whose power...
That's all I hear. Dear.
Need to put some right wedge in that left rear. I'm running a little bit loose going in, free coming out.
Ball jackpot is 287 chickens and a goat, and therefore which won't enforce a subpoena from the United States.
Let me hear this again. Hold on.
Well, unless Dr. Fauci decides to seek asylum in some foreign country whose Powerball jackpot is 287 chickens and a goat, and therefore which won't enforce a subpoena from the United States Congress, then Dr. Fauci, retirement or not, is going to be spending a lot of time in front of a congressional committee and committees if Republicans take back control. We're going to ask him questions about gain-of-function research, why he didn't push back on China's lies, why he pushed back so hard on the possibility, which we know is now real, that the virus originated in a Chinese lab, why he went along with the greatest dissipation, if that's the right word, greatest taking of civil liberties of the American people.
True.
Yeah.
We've never in our lifetime been locked down like this as Americans.
For 2 months.
Never.
And in some areas for over a year.
Probably the only time we've had any type of thing would have been maybe during, World War II. I don't know.
And they didn't
lock us down. We were just, I don't know. We were just in a different situation. We were under attack.
I think they locked it down during, I think it was smallpox or the Spanish flu. Like you had to put a note on your door.
Again, when was that? In the 1800s?
No, 1918.
Yeah.
1918. Okay. 105 years ago.
But it still wasn't months.
Country, we're going to have a lot of questions, and we're going to subpoena him and expect him to answer. And I would not advise Dr. Fauci to put down a non-refundable deposit on a cruise.
All right, buddy. You and your slapstick there.
He's danning it up a little bit there.
A lot.
Well, we are following some breaking news. Dr. Anthony Fauci is stepping down from his position as
What's up with that chocolate cleavage?
Yeah.
director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. The 84-year-old announced today that he will be stepping down from the position in December. He has led the agency for 38 years. In a statement,
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Nobody should lead any government agency for 38 years. It just breeds good old boy corruption, underhanded, cutting deals. Especially when you're dealing with big. I mean, he probably was, as far as a U.S. employee, or he was probably worked closer with Big Pharma than anybody. Did he not?
Absolutely.
So when you're working with Big Pharma, you're talking about shadiness.
But
they control everything.
But he controlled a lot and directed therapies towards stuff that he had a financial interest in.
Right.
following
Wasn't he completely wrong on AIDS?
Completely wrong on AIDS.
Like almost purposefully wrong.
People that were doing
Dan's
research
full
with
hot on
him-
this one. He knows it very well. That's why I gave through him a softball. Give me the Fauci was wrong on AIDS with a backside kicker, Danny.
Yes, the people that worked with him in the labs back then, 40 years ago, 35 years ago, said that he was absolutely wrong and headstrong and willful about it, and very, very, very unwilling to look at other views that turned out to be right. And again, during this COVID thing, I mean, if you really want to look at this objectively, I mean, you could argue that he is, behind some of the communist leaders during World War II. You could say that he's one of the largest mass murderers in the history of humankind. I mean, you got take out Hitler, Stalin, and Mao Zedong, and then he's in fourth place.
For what? With AIDS?
With AIDS and COVID. Yes, think about
I mean, you're putting all of that on him.
I'm putting half the people that died of AIDS in the 80s on him, and I'm going to put
What could he have done? What could he have done? What was he wrong about on AIDS, and what could he have done?
It's like the therapy, right?
The therapy. He was directing it towards one way, and was trying to get an AIDS vaccine, which never worked, doesn't work. There is no such thing. And instead of trying to treat it, and his whole philosophy behind it was erroneous, plus his denial, his fighting against any kind of repurposed, already cheap available medications for the treatment of people with COVID, I believe resulted in a solid 750,000 unnecessary deaths in America. Solid. I blame him for 750,000 deaths in America and 500,000 AIDS deaths. On you, Anthony.
well, maybe not retirement. President Biden
So you're hanging 1.5 on him?
1.25.
praised Fauci's work as a dedicated public
Who praised this guy?
service who helped make the
In
country.
fact, that's the only thing. That's the only thing that Biden has done, and I don't even know that Biden really did it per se. I mean, but getting rid of this ass bucket is certainly. I mean, listen, I know we're not good to Joe, but you got to put that one over on Joe's good tab.
Oh, no, Joe tried to make him stay.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
All
Dr.
right, sorry.
Fauci came out and
Take
said that he had to fight the president.
Take that little slash away. Sorry.
Country stronger, more resilient, and healthier. And the reason why I say maybe not retirement.
Trump's mad because that's who the first person Trump wanted to fire if he wins in 2024. As soon as he does, as soon as he says I do, you go. Just want to let you know I'm firing Fauci, as I'm now the president. 40. What would he be? 46, 47? What will he be? What was he? 45?
Yeah.
And Biden's 46, so
Correct.
he'll be 47.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm number 47. Let me get rid of Fauci, ass bucket.
He was actually asked about whether or not he would continue.
Listen, I know people may be mad at me right now and think I'm being a little stiff on Fauci, but I just can't wait for when he retires and they start getting into how much money he has made on various things. From, starting with AIDS. Didn't he have all kinds of special interest in the AIDS treatment?
Yes, he sure did. And, the Burke's book talks about how she and Fauci were really trying to undermine President Trump during their, advisement period.
To serve in this position in the next administration, whether it is a Democratic administration or a Republican administration.
Now, do they know who's going to take Fauci's job? Is it going to be somebody cool?
Someone worse.
I'm sure it's going to be just as evil.
And he said that he would most likely be stepping down from his position, but he certainly would not be retiring, and he's ready to move on to whatever his next.
Yeah, he's going to work for Pfizer. He's going to go be a consultant. You know that. No. You know what he's going to be, Dan? A lobbyist.
No,
he's going to be a lobbyist for these big pharma deals to go and talk to senators and congressmen and stuff like that.
He's going to be on the board of one of these big companies, if not 2 or 3 of these big companies.
Right.
And he's going to have a media contract with like CNN
Like
or
a consultant.
MSNBC. Yeah, there's a chief medical consultant. He's going to take over that ass bucket from Atlanta. The guy on CNN, the Sanjay Gupta.
Oh.
Sanjay Gupta.
Chapter is, but he took.
I'd almost rather hear from Sanjay Gupta than Fauci, to be honest.
Sanjay Gupta's intelligent. He wasn't intellectually honest during the entire COVID, but he was more intellectually honest than Fauci was.
If you had Sandra
Got smoked on Rogan.
Did Rogan smoke him?
Smoked him.
Oh, yeah, it was embarrassing.
The reigns of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases in the mid-1980s, when the country was dealing with the emerging AIDS and HIV crisis.
Are they making this guy out to be a hero, like he did some
They
good
sure
stuff?
are.
He has
Dude, this
helped
guy,
to
he needs to be on next to the 4 presidents on
And
Mount
guide this country
Rushmore.
through
This
a
guy
number of
was
public-
the face of science for 2 years.
Health
2 years, 20 years.
crises.
I mean, he's been very public since AIDS, has he not?
Yeah, but he kind of went into the background for a while. He came out
Because
a little bit.
we didn't have any real medical scandal deal.
No,
stuff.
and swine flu, fortunately for the Obama administration, burned itself out before it became a problem. Just like Corona would have. If it wasn't man-made.
So
Exactly.
for you, Joe Rogan,
Yes.
I would say you've had it.
Yes.
So now get one shot of the vaccine.
No.
Why not?
Because I have better immunity than I would if I was vaccinated.
Right?
Yes. Don't I?
By the way, this is CNN's Sanjay Gupta on Joe Rogan.
I think your immunity is really good.
So why, if I've already gotten through COVID and I was really only sick for a day, and then 5 days later I was negative, and I do have the natural antibodies now, why would I take a chance in getting vaccinated on top of that?
By the way, I'm glad you're better. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
it only lasted a day.
You're probably
I
the
really
only one at CNN that's glad.
No.
The rest of them are all
They
lying
wanted him
about
to,
me
like,
taking
freaking
horse
die.
medication.
They
We should talk
doctored
about
the video
that.
to make him
bothered
look
you.
more
It
sick.
should bother you too. They're
Well,
lying at your network about people taking human drugs versus drugs from veterinary.
Calling it a horse dewormer is not a flattering thing. I get
It's
that.
a lie. It's a lie on a news network, and it's a lie that's a willing. That's a lie that they're conscious of. This is not a mistake.
Yeah.
They're unfavorably framing it as veterinary medicine.
Well, the FDA put this thing out. You saw that. Did you see that thing that the FDA put out?
What did the FDA put out?
It was a tweet, and it was snarky. I admit it. They said, "You are not a horse. You are not a cow. Stop taking this stuff," or something like that.
Why would you say that when you're talking about a drug that's been given out to billions and billions of people, a drug that was responsible for one of the inventors of it making
Nobel
winning
Prize.
the Nobel Prize in 2015?
15, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
a drug that has been shown to stop viral replication in vitro. You know that, right? Why would they lie and say...
I love Joe Rogan.
That's horse dewormer. I can afford people medicine, motherfucker. This is ridiculous. It's just a lie.
I don't think anyone is thick.
But don't you think that a lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying? You know that they know that I took medicine. Like, here it is. This is ivermectin.
You got
This
it
is
with
right
you.
here. Somebody gave it to me.
All right, hang on. The thing is, we're like going so fast. Like I feel like I'm missing.
Do you think
You're getting owned, is what you are.
The problem that your news network
was not-
lies?
Well, I don't.
Dude.
What did they say?
They lied
What did
and
they
said
say?
I was taking horse dewormer. First of all, it was prescribed to me by a doctor.
Yeah.
Along
They
with
shouldn't have said
a
it was
bunch
horse.
of other
it was-
medications.
if you got a human pill, because there were people that were taking it, the veterinary medication, and you're not, obviously. You got.
And Dan,
Do you know why people were doing that?
Because
it's impossible to get it from a pharmacy.
The reason
normal
why
way.
people were taking the horse type was because the regular they didn't have doctors like Dan that will scream and fight the pharmacist, and they would just lay down and be like, okay, well, our pharmacist won't fill it, so you have to get the veterinarian kind. That's the only reason people were taking that.
And ivermectin,
Right?
yes, and ivermectin was just critical for the Delta variant. I mean, it really was necessary for the Delta variant. I got by without having to use it on a lot of the Omicrons, and obviously with the early, the Alpha wave. But the Delta wave required ivermectin, and for them to have made it so difficult for people to get
And categorized
and
it.
frightening the doctors from prescribing it is unconscionable.
How
It's
many
shameful.
fights? How many arguments? Full blown Dan Jerky Boys meltdown arguments did you get into? How many pharmacists did you? 50?
30.
That
An
were
honest 30 that I got into like throwdowns.
Fall down, meltdown.
Yep.
That's a lot.
30.
And I can't tell you how many pharmacists that Jennifer got into it with.
Oh, yeah.
And so she got into it with another 30 to 50. So, it was, I'd say, of the 400 people I treated, a solid quarter of them was with a lot of resistance from the pharmacies. And I had to adjust my therapy because certain things were not available. There was a time when you couldn't get hydroxychloroquine, and there was certainly a time, especially when Joe Rogan got sick, that it was almost impossible to get ivermectin.
From a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that. Ivermectin can be a very effective medication for parasitic disease, and as you say, it's probably I think a 250 million people have taken it around the world.
More,
I get that,
way more.
So
way more, billions of people have taken it.
Can I just come back to the one I want to talk about? Two things on the ledger.
Joe says no.
Before we get
Control
to that,
your host,
does
kid.
it bother you that the news network you work for out and out lied, just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer?
They shouldn't have said that.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
You didn't ask? You didn't
think
think
it's
they
good
would?
to smile. I just want to smack them.
Because you're a star, Joe, and they want to clickbait your starness. That's the reason why.
You're the medical guy over there.
I didn't ask. I should have asked before
But they
coming
did
on
it
your
with
podcast.
such glee.
No,
Yes,
Joe.
they did. I watched.
You watched?
I watched.
You watched? No, I don't think there's
Yes,
glee.
they did.
I don't. No
so
one takes.
uncomfortable.
Joe Rogan says he has COVID, taking livestock drug despite warnings. Yeah.
Jamie had to pull this up.
You want to play it?
Does she
This
have
is your
glee?
news network.
I'm gonna watch.
Let's see.
I'm gonna watch.
Rogan telling his 13 million Instagram followers that he was treated with several drugs, and he included ivermectin on the list, a drug used for livestock. The FDA and the CDC warn against using to treat COVID.
Turns out I got COVID.
Look at they put a
So
yellow
we
filter on me.
immediately the kitchen sink at it. All
They
kinds
did.
of meds. Monoclonal
You see the original
antibodies,
video versus that? I look like shit there.
ivermectin, Z-Pak,
Do you know that?
I think you look good.
Pause. It's enough.
Prednisone.
I don't
That's
think
enough, Jamie.
I don't think Aaron had glee.
Oh well, it's more Brian Stelter was the gleeful one.
Well,
but
he's gone now.
the point is,
Yep, he's gone.
that's a lie.
You're done.
It can be used for humans. I get it. I totally.
If you hadn't finished it with the second one on, I was going to correct you.
I know. I was just pregnant pausing.
I know. Great. Perfect.
Thank you.
It just could be used for humans.
You're done. Always has to come in increments of 2.
You're done.
Is often used for humans, along with all the other drugs I took. All human drugs.
Yes.
They know it's a human drug.
It's right. But
they lied.
The thing
it's defamatory.
It is. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that.
It's defamatory, right?
Well, I don't know if it's defamatory.
He's
I like
trying
how
to
he's saying they, not we.
He's
They
trying to
shouldn't have done
He's trying to put him in a corner.
I bet it is.
Well, I'm not a lawyer.
It's a lie.
See, Dan, you should be the CNN new doctor because you can say, I am a lawyer, bitch.
Yeah, I can talk
and
about
a
it all.
doctor.
I'm so surprised
Well,
you decided
see,
to go
here's
on.
the thing. You can have nuanced discussions about this.
No,
right?
you can't.
Yeah,
you can't have nuanced discussions about lying about someone taking horseshoe
There
wormer.
was no glee, by the way, from her. She
Well,
was.
I
I don't
didn't
think
watch her.
anyone takes.
He's trying, and Gupta is just trying to get just some type of lifeline of funniness because he knows he's in Joe's crosshairs right now.
Anyone takes people's illness.
Oh, yes, they do.
They don't want you to get
stop
sick, Joe.
Yes, they do.
They
were
want you to get
upset
sick.
that I got healthy. That's one thing they didn't report on.
Don't you
the
just want
fact
to
that I was
slap? Don't you just want to slap Gupta right there?
Yeah, I
Just
do.
a little glib smile.
Yep.
It's negative
And they
5
wanted him
days.
to die. They wanted Joe Rogan to die. They wanted it to be an example of why not to take ivermectin. Every time they talked about it, they called it horse dewormer. It was vile. It was a lie. Just
later.
like he's saying, it was
And
defamatory and it was a lie.
Working out
And
6
like he
days
said,
later.
he said they didn't report on when he got better.
Yeah, right.
6 days after infection, I was back in the gym.
I'm glad.
Felt great.
I'm glad you.
They never report the rebuttal.
No.
They never report. Bubba the Love Sponge, domestic violence injunction against him gets dropped the next day. No, they didn't report. It was a lead story when one got slapped on me. It wasn't. It wasn't even reported when it was thrown out. That's the way they are, a bunch of son of a bitches.
You do. I really
Me
am.
too.
I think
Thank you.
Most of the
I'm
people.
glad you're glad. You're a nice guy.
Most of the people I know, I think, would be glad that you. I don't think that there was any. Glee.
There's a lot of people out there that weren't glad. But my point is, you're working for a news organization. If they're lying about a comedian taking horse medication, what are they telling us about Russia? What are they telling us about Syria? Do you understand that that's why people get concerned about the veracity of the news?
The concern was, look, just the nuanced part of this. And you're not taking a horse dewormer. I get it. You got that as a legitimate medication from a pharmacy.
Somebody
whatever.
gave me. That's kind of a joke. My friend Megan brought.
Let me do some words. I'll have Kevin Hazlett next. Hold on.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Hello?
I got it. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up?
I just want to grab a CD.
Do your things. Go do your things. What's up, Organic Gene? It's just us now. Hanging out. Doing stuff. Tonight, weird 100 bits. Morning, Village Cat. Rogan is the man. Too early. Got me Dr. Sparkmeister. Diablo Dane. Felix the Cat already said hello. Stop and Go Steve. Stuck in the Unsub. Dark Match Steve. Good morning. Good morning, Gleechy. Good morning, Bro Perez. Good morning, Scary Larry. Smooth Slayer. No, I didn't. Felix Cat. Carl. Good morning, Trickney. Amen. Oh, no. I'll respond to either, Trickney. Don't even trip. Dripping on a hose. That's just Good morning. Oh, I know a Heather Spin instructor. They're actually great. Sometimes I actually prefer it. Johnny pissed off. No, I actually really do like enjoy rolling with the higher belts because, like you said, they do give you really good tips. I've learned a lot from them. You and Blitz passed me in St. Pete yesterday? Blitz and I weren't in St. Pete yesterday together. Maybe Sunday? Thank you, Felix. JLR. Good morning.
Bean 70, 14 months. Joe Stassi, 39 months. Bud Stud, 69, 13 months.
Good morning,
Will you help me put that trailer hitch on my car?
Yes, sir.
Sipping on
I
those
just gotta get a
rays.
hammer or something.
Hammer down.
Yeah, I can't.
Come on, Hippio.
I hold
You
you
crack rocker.
down. Is Kevin actually here?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so. I thought he was just calling in.
Felix Cat, good morning.
Did you see him on Fox? I didn't see it yet.
Oh, the Brian. What the fuck's his name?
I don't even know what show he was on.
He was at the.
Dan saw it.
Yeah, it's a 6 o'clock show. I can't think of his name. That guy's a douche. I don't like
Blitz stalking my daughter.
Brett.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
What's his name?
What?
The 6 o'clock guy on Fox. I can't stand him.
Jesse?
No.
Oh, Brett Baer.
Brett Baer. I can't stand him.
He's a news guy.
Well, you can tell he's a different personality than everyone else.
Yeah, he's kind of like that guy, Chris. What's his name? Chris Williams? Chris Thomas? The guy that
Cuomo?
did the debate. No, he was a news guy for Fox, and now he works for somebody else.
Oh yeah,
little skinny guy with
Oh,
glasses.
the older guy, Walters or something.
Yeah,
No,
Walters.
it's the guy that did the debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, Wallace.
Chris
Wallace.
That's
What did I say?
Walters.
Walters. Yeah.
Because you got your personality, you got like the 5, and then him. It's like totally different.
Yeah.
And Jesse Waters and everything. I can't watch him.
I like
Do that total
Tacoma.
financial freedom.
Okay.
What's up, Dark
I
Rancher?
got 2 to get done this week, and then I'm done. It was a 3-week thing. So
Okay.
make sure you get them to Big Woody or
I've been giving him the blitz, and then he sends it right over.
All right, perfect. Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. If you're buried in bills and you're trying to keep up, well, it's tough, my friends, but you can get total financial freedom by calling my friends, the debt dietitians, if you will, 866-844-7344. Again, that's 866-844-7344. Total financial freedom has been with the listed as a A-plus business with no complaints. You can trust these people for over 15 years. If you're having issues with your debt and you want to lower your monthly payments, then call them now. And they'll send you a free copy of their book written by their CEO, the Debt Dietitian. Again, 866-844-7344. Total financial freedom. 866-844-7344. Kevin Hazlett's supposed to be, am I calling him or is he calling me? I thought he was calling me, but I'll call him. Maybe that's him. Kevin. Hello. I'm sure today is quite
Crazy.
crazy. I didn't even go to bed last night. Oh, sorry, Anna, forgot you.
He might not know this number either.
Does he know the warm line?
It's not the warm line you're calling on, though.
No, I know.
He does know the warm line, yes.
That's all I ask. Is did he know the
Your call.
today, election day, and most everywhere. At least the primaries.
In Florida, it's just throughout the state.
It's throughout the state. I don't know if it's where you potentially are listening. Kevin,
What's going on?
Oh, I was just getting ready to cuss you out because you knew I was calling you.
Well, I'm running around.
I know you're a little bit. I know you're a little bit busy. Man, I mean,
You're not fishing today?
yeah, you're not fishing. You're not out redoing one of your rentals. At a closing, buying crypto, seeing where your Rivian is, all the things that Kevin Hazlett does on a daily basis.
No, I just got sidetracked with this little side hustle.
Yeah, you got this little side hustle going on. Now, Kevin, how you feeling? I mean, like, when will they have any results at all, or is it Not they don't release anything until like the polls close at like what 6, 7, 8,
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's when the first numbers
Yes.
start coming out.
And that's when they'll probably release the early voting and the mail-in voting, right?
You're exactly right. That's correct.
So they have those probably already counted already.
That's right. So, and here's what's interesting, Bubba, is that 68 to 70% of all the vote is already in.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Do you have any indicators at all as we have been with you for this entire trek? Do you have any early indicators at all? And I know you don't want to jinx yourself or anything like that, but do you have any intel at all?
Not really. I mean, I think that you're at doors and you're knocking at doors, you're talking to people like that. You get some input that way, but that's about it.
Now, has she when in speaking about Luna Polina, has she been knocking on as many doors as you and your people? I feel as if she hasn't. I feel as if she's not.
I gotta laugh.
I feel as if she's not. She's made this a social and television and radio advertising thing, and that she's not put leather boots to the ground like you have.
So here's interesting. So and when you get in the weeds, and it's like you don't know what you don't know. It's like me saying tomorrow I want to be a star, radio guy in the morning. I don't even know what I don't know. But in her situation, it's a situation where she was she didn't have volunteers. This Washington D.C. inside dark money group paid, wait for it, $176,000 to fund volunteers to knock on doors for her.
You're kidding me.
No, I'll text you because there's financial reporting and they have to report that. I saw that about 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh my God. That included the the pieces that they hang on your door. They spent like $40,000 on that. The rest they paid volunteers $1 a door they knocked on. They brought 100 volunteers in from out of state.
$1 a door. Man, me and Lummy would have been busting ass.
I said that's my neighborhood. I would have went door to door in my neighborhood.
Yeah, for Kevin Hazlett.
Yeah.
But
actually, you know what, Kevin? Hey, if you went door to door, let's say you sign up for Anna Polina Luna, right? Well, I'm sure they don't have you microphoned up, and they don't know what you're. They give you a little script, and you're supposed to go to this lady's door. Can you imagine if you went there and it's like, hey, you know what? I am on behalf of Anna Luna Polina, but let me just tell you, if you really look into this thing, there's a guy named Kevin Hazlett you might want to look at. I'm just telling you. I'm not. Can you imagine if you had some moles?
Had some moles in there.
And Blitz, you and I go do like 300 doors, make $300, but we were really just doing the kayfabe for
should have thought about this before now.
We should have thought. We could have been rich and got Kevin in for sure.
But the difference is, like, we knocked on about 18,000 doors.
Wow.
Which is a lot of doors.
That's a lot.
We knocked on 7,000 doors this last weekend.
What? No, so, and Kevin, when you knock on the door, what do you knock on the door? They answer it, and you say, "Hi, I'm Kevin Hazlett, and I'm running for Congress of this district, and I'd like your vote." Like, what do you say? Like, do you have a little spiel?
Absolutely. The first thing I say is I hand them my card, and I say, "Hi, I'm Kevin Hazlett. I'm actually the candidate." And I go, "And this is the best picture I've ever taken of myself." And I go, "It's been airbrushed." I go, "I'll never look this good again." And they're like, "What?" And then they realize, they look at me, they look at the photo.
That it's actually you.
And that it's me.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Wait, what? It's you?" "Yeah, it's me." They're like, "What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I'd like to earn your vote." I said, "Let's talk it out." And like, there's so many you're like going, "I'm so impressed that you're the person at my door." And I've turned people's, opinions around.
Yep.
And they're like, "Absolutely, got your vote." And a lot of people, I'll knock on the door, and they're like, "Got my vote. Keep moving. Yep. You got it."
I'm voting for you, but I got the ball game on right now, buddy.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
No, Kevin,
yeah, it really.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kevin.
No, I'm saying we also called. We made almost 72,000 phone calls.
Now, Kevin, do you think I'm going to get sued? Because I was pretty hard on her yesterday, and I had her uncle. I don't know if you know or not, but we had her uncle Edward on, And then I had Matt Tito on, which, by the way, I like that guy. He's a
great guy.
He is a really, really sharp
Solid.
guy. Yes, solid guy. And, so we had kind of a Ana Luna lunatic buffet yesterday with family and military people that know what they're talking about, and her dad and her Uncle Edward. And, she's made it very well, that she's sued others for less things than I did yesterday. Do you think I'm going to get hauled into court by her?
What's your record? Aren't you like 21-0?
Well, I'm 4-0 with juries. Now, would that be something, Kevin, that would just get I never get summary judgment because I'm Bubba the Love Sponge and they never want to do that. But if she sued me for defamation, slander, would it get summary judgment?
It would, because everything that people said yesterday is true.
Right.
Everything they said is true. Now, of course, she spent in the inside swampy DC folks have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to hide that information from the public.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why would anybody, like you say that, she's the majority of her money has come from this, these PACs, these soft.
No. I didn't say majority. All of it.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the correction. All of her money has come from these PACs. Why would anybody want her in there other than, I guess, the obvious, and that is so they can control her?
Why do you stop with the common sense? What else do you have to talk about?
Well, I'm just saying, I
know that's the problem.
She's bought and paid for, and I guess this special interest PAC, the way she will vote according to the way they want vote. Period.
Of course. And the idea is with groups like that, once you own so many congressmen or women, then you get to fix the agenda for the country based upon what you want.
Right. You're the fixer, and then people come to you. People come to you and pay probably a lot of money to get stuff done because you got X amount of people in your back pocket.
Right, that's how it works. Versus me, I get $1,000 from the Diacos. I get money from you. I get $30.66 from Anna. All that money comes in to help.
And you're lucky to get that, man. She's tight.
But the thing is, all my money came from people who live right here in the district, and they become little micro cheerleaders for me.
I wish you would have asked this one question during a debate. Anna, do you live in the district, and will you answer that in Spanish?
Yeah, but
you like that, don't you?
I like that a lot.
You could have killed two birds with one stone, and that is you would have highlighted the fact that, I don't know if she's moved and she lives there now. But
yeah, she does now.
Okay, but, I guess you could just say, can you answer a few questions in Spanish? Just very, simple questions. Like, can you say, your name and your husband's name and, your deceased father's name in Spanish? Because you say you're Latin.
Right. Well, that was funny. Rick Baker last cycle sat down with an interview with her, who he speaks fluent Spanish. He said, this is great. A lot of the constituents here in St. Pete speak Spanish. Let's do the first part of the interview in Spanish. And she turned the whitest, pale white you could see, because she doesn't speak a lick of Spanish. She's not.
It's amazing how they've, and you and I knew this was going to happen, how they've infused, really taken out of context and photoshopped stuff from my world and tried to try to dirty you up with it. And it's just like,
right, I know.
And we knew it was coming, but I didn't think that they would get that desperate. I really didn't. I thought that they would be able to find something far more sexier than what they found. They found virtually nothing, and the majority of it's completely out of context and photoshopped.
Yeah, I know. It really is. And it became a Photoshop game. But here, it just goes to show you that when we talked at the beginning of this, I don't have any skeletons. The best they had
is me.
Was you and a Photoshop.
Well, the best that they got is that you, as a defense attorney, have defended people, and your association with me. Now, Dan, isn't that so unfair in the fact that I'm always used as the bad guy?
Yes.
Like, I'm always, Kevin, I'm never, and I'm not trying to make this about me, but I'm always portrayed as the bad guy, the piece of crap, the like always.
And these people that criticize you,
even political elections, they use me as the bad guy.
and these people that criticize you, I wonder how many thousands of dollars they've given to the families of fallen officers.
Or other great causes.
The
The Manatee County Canine Unit. I outfitted them with bulletproof vests, and just we've and the Diacos and Kevin and Brian and Gina and Tom and everybody always step up with checks when we have a cause. Kevin, isn't it amazing how I'm officially the bad guy? Like I'm the bad guy.
Right.
I don't know. To the point where they even try to use it again. That's the only dirt, Kevin. You might want to get rid of me in your life. You might want to say, listen, I don't hang out with him anymore, so you can't be,
Well, I think that's the case, and that's what they had. That's the argument they had.
Then I saw a piece that they tried to railroad you on when you tweeted something about when Trump first got in, and you were, there was a period where people was like, listen, I don't know if Trump's going to be the one or not, and they tried to really grease you with that too, and you're like, like that's all. They have these obscure pieces of whatever.
The statement was, anybody who runs for public office should be open, honest, transparent, and reveal their medical records and their taxes.
Yeah.
That was the statement. And they said that when I said that, I was attacking Trump. Part of the reason I said that is there's all this argument about his taxes. I'm like, just give them up so we can stop this argument, because it goes back and forth.
So anyway, Kevin, I mean, today, are you nervous? What are you going through right now? I mean, because you're really, it's neck and neck. It's neck and neck. And I don't know where it comes down to. I don't know if it comes to this special interest money, or it comes to the people that have knocked on 17,000 doors and lived in that district all of their life. I don't know. I mean, I would hope that people can see through the Instagram filters and the fakeness and pick a person that doesn't have any skeletons in their closet, that's lived there all of his life, that has two young men in the military, has just been, a great person. I hope people can see and know your history and your brand more so than the tactics and prettiness and whatever she has ran on that is in her former Trump endorsement. I don't know. Listen, Kevin, you may know this. I don't know that Trump re-endorsed her after the Charlie Crist election, or if she's just taken that original endorsement and running with it.
He endorsed her in 2021. He didn't reveal it in 2022. And of course, that was before I got in the race. So, right. But those are the things that happen. So, listen, this is, I think, not really an election about endorsements. This is an election about the candidate. And I think that's where it should rise and fall. And that's the problem is their entire campaign has been all about, the endorsements and nothing about the candidate or where you are in policies. And I think that the people that I've talked to at the doors and the people that I've, spent time with, they want to know what a candidate's going to do for them. Because, at the end of the day, the job of the congressman is to work for the people of the district.
Let me ask you
a question.
And
they want to know that you have their best interest.
Don't you know where the bad roads are and what schools are dilapidated and what, the infrastructure of District 13? I'm sure that you got, and as much as familiar as you used to be with it, I'm sure you're that much more familiar with it now, having canvassed the entire district. I'm sure, and again, you've lived there all your life, so you know what schools need to be, looked at, and what roads are horrible, and the inner infrastructure and inner workings of 13. I guarantee that's what this election should be about. The person that knows the most about this district and what the constituents of this district needs. And you only know that if you have lived there or you've spent a significant amount of time there.
Well, I agree. And I think that's what you want. You want someone... if you're going to vote for a sheriff, you want a sheriff that knows the law enforcement issues of that county. If you had someone, she's from California, and people in California, I think it a little bit different, have different values. But if you had someone who moved here from California, changed the race, moved here from California and said, oh, listen, I grew up in Los Angeles, and I know, and crime is crime, and I know Pinellas County, and I'll learn it, and I'll be better than anybody else, a lot of people would give pause to that because they want someone who understands the difference between South St. Pete and Tarpon Springs, and that each area of this county is very unique. They got different challenges, different problems, and I think that you need to have boots on the ground here for a significant period of time. Now, does it have to be 50 years? No, not 50, but it has to be more than, as Chris Sprouls would say, 12 minutes. I mean, you got to have some time to know what it's like.
Do you have, your volunteers and things at the polls with the big signs and all that? Do you got all that?
We are literally sitting outside where signs are being put up, flags are being waved, and I've got folks right now on street corners around Pinellas County waving signs, waving flags. We've sent texts, we've sent emails to get people out and vote. We've got, there's less than 20,000 votes left. There's been about 50,000 votes that have come in. There's 20,000 votes left. We're trying to really work hard in the last 20,000. I've gone through, and the kind of neat thing about me is I sat down with my team last night, and they gave me a list of people, Republicans that live in Pinellas County, that haven't voted yet. And I sat down and scrolled through the names. Remember that we've got a lot of registered Republicans, like 460,000. So I looked through about 150,000 names last night because it has their name, their email, and their phone number.
Do you think she
and
did?
Well, no, but she doesn't know the people. I sat down, like this. I sat down, I'm going through the list. I came across my old swim coach when I was 10 years old.
Did you call him on the phone? Say, Mr. McGillicuddy.
His name's Donnie Prokes, and he's a great swim coach. I called him at 10 o'clock at night. Donnie, Kevin? Yeah, it's Kevin Hayes. Oh, I've been watching. You haven't voted yet. And he goes, I'm going to go tomorrow morning. And I said, fantastic. Then he texts me back 10 minutes later. I'm so sorry I haven't voted yet. I'll be the first one at the polls tomorrow morning. You can count on me.
Tell Blitz to stop shadow banning me and knowing my business. So I mean, again, but I mean, I'm sure that you didn't, you reached out to a lot of these people.
I did.
And via text or whatever, and, said, hey, I know you're voting tomorrow, or I hope you vote tomorrow. I'm Kevin Hazlett. I'm your guy.
Yes.
I don't know that Soft Pack Willie money does that necessarily, Kevin. That's grassroots at its finest. Listen, I know you're busy, buddy. I know the polls are open. Please know, man, we're all thinking about you, and I hope we have a conversation. Did you hear that I cut a deal with her Uncle Edward? That he's going to be on the show tomorrow if we're celebrating somebody that won besides his niece.
Great, good. Well, I hope he's on their show tomorrow.
I hope Edward's on the show tomorrow, and I hope you're on as well. Don't forget us, buddy.
I will. All right.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin. Rooting for you.
Good luck.
Bye, buddy.
Thank you.
All wearing the same shirt, looking like morons.
I just got just a little gut feeling, man, that he's going to win. I just got a gut feeling just because of what he said just a few seconds ago, and that he last night was going through lists and data that's available as a candidate.
Well, I'm going to head over to the polls later today, and I'm going to find out, do some research.
Yeah, you're going to go and find the remaining 14,000 that are registered Republican that quite haven't gone on. Hey, I'll tell you right now, Blitz, if they were paying $1 a door.
Oh yeah,
we could have gone and made a lot of money.
Been in the smart car and the cream machine.
Smart car, and tell the Honolulu Polina, man, we're going there and spreading. Give us your pamphlet. Those would be in the trash.
Right. The nice thing is that we at least are pretty certain that we'll know the answer by tomorrow morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just not going to drag this out for 2 weeks with, straggling mail-in votes.
No.
Florida's got their elections a little tighter than some of these other states.
Like Kevin said, all of the early stuff, because the last that you could vote early physically was Sunday. And then you had to have your mail-in. I think Sunday was the last day you could have your mail-in as well.
Postmarked by,
I believe, today or yesterday.
Okay. So
there's still a bunch of those going in.
Yeah. So
I still have mine right here.
They probably, if 75,000 are in and there's 25,000 left, there's only 25% left of the vote. Right? I mean, they probably have unless it's just so damn close, right? I mean, this today, and the people that actually go to the walk-up ballot voting precincts are probably that's what's going to win the election.
That's what I'm going to do today.
Oh, vote?
Yeah, I have my mail in here, but I'm going to bring it in and vote today.
It was kind of funny because she was on Steve Bannon's show yesterday saying that Kevin was the one with all the dark money and that, she wasn't part of that and that she would sue anyone that questions her military.
Oh, man. Half of my show was about that yesterday.
Yeah, ding, ding.
The mail-in ballots have to be...
Ding, ding, Jay needs a good lawsuit. Jay, Dan, I haven't kept Jay busy in a while, have I? I haven't been on. Yeah, I need to get Jay going.
The mail-in ballots have to be received by tonight at 7.
At 7 p.m.
So yeah.
So that means they'll count them tonight. Right?
Yeah.
Probably the majority of them are in, but there'll be some that'll straggle in.
Yep.
Right? And don't they just run them through a machine like they
Yes.
and it counts them?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly. Yeah, you don't. Well, yeah. I mean, unless you're in Philadelphia,
Air Force veteran.
See if I can make this a little bit bigger.
You
Thank you. Whoever sent this to me, thank you.
Yeah.
Want to go to Florida? And
was it you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Paulina Luna in Florida 30.
Looks like Steve Kinzer. Only
Steve
Blitz would know who Steve Kinzer is.
It does too.
She's running through a tape. Air Force veteran. This morning, where there's a big.
Is this guy got a big following?
Steve Bannon.
Yeah, Bannon's huge.
Yeah.
A turnout or event in this campaign.
Isn't he the founder of Breitbart or one of them?
That happened this morning. Can you tell us what it was, Anna Paulina?
Oh, yeah. I was actually just recently
Oh,
on
God.
with Mike Calta. So he has one of the biggest radio shows in Tampa Bay. And he actually dropped a
Wait,
photo
what was?
where one of my opponent appears to be in a photo, or I guess advertising with porn stars. There's some context, has the information. But, it's interesting. So many people, when they're...
Yeah, Mike Calta has really, and this is the first that I brought this up, has really made this a personal quest for him. Like it's me versus him. Like this.
It's a proxy war.
And he's just been obsessed with it and bringing my name up and dirtying me up with Kevin. Hasn't he already won the war? Isn't it stupid for him to acknowledge
and by the way,
me?
that whole porn stars thing she just mentioned, it's two girls that did a totally different show on days when Kevin wasn't here, but he sponsored the studio, so there was a banner in the studio. That's the involvement Kevin had.
Kevin's banner was in our old what we called FMB, which is actually a student. If you're looking at Blitz, and to his right, there's a wall and a door, and on the other side of that wall and door is like a backup studio.
Yeah,
has my same board, and and we used to use it a lot for the other shows.
Radio I.O. was in there too.
Right. And that's where Dan, you did the Diacos.
Yep.
That's where Lummy, you did the after show.
Yep.
Anna, I think you did Off the Rails there.
Yep.
And I don't know, about however long ago I talked to Blitz, and I'm like, Blitz, everything looks, because we would still go, we would be live on Twitch, and it just didn't look good. Now we could have spent some money and made it look better, or I'm like, let's just use the regular studio. It's already wired for it, because when you would go live from there, you'd have to make a few little changes.
Yeah.
The remote camera and all that kind of crap. And then we made a decision that we were just going to do it all from here. Well, there's a banner from years ago. I'm talking like 2012 that said Radio I.O. We don't even call it Radio I.O. anymore. Radio I.O. Kevin Hazlett. By the way, Kevin had Kevin's Law show, and it was a banner from Kevin.
Like a background banner.
Right. And there was somebody, I don't know if we did a couple porn stars, they had a show, we did, sexy talk with porn whore. I don't know what we did.
Yeah.
But there were two girls in the studio that were, one was licking the other one's breast. That's it. And it wasn't, I don't know, we don't know where it was published, who has it, where it came from. God forbid that people that get footage out of this building keep it to themselves. Bunch of thieves. And so Kevin's picture's in the background on a banner that says Radio I.O.
Yeah.
This is Calta Oh, imagine that, Blitz. Calta getting a hold of footage he shouldn't have.
But you want to know something that's even funnier?
What?
A lot of the people that saw it thought that one of the girls was Anna Paulina Luna.
Including me.
Right. And then they blur out the breast because there was exposed breasts, and they put the word Hazlet over the breast.
That's BS too. Like,
and so now, this is an interesting twist, Blitz, that I really didn't think about till now. Imagine that Mike Calta is in the releasing inappropriate stuff that came from this building.
Yeah, retweeting.
Are you that obsessed with me? Haven't you got the little prize that you wanted? Didn't you steal my job away from me? Isn't that supposed to be my job? Isn't it that you're not talented enough to be syndicated or to be able to have any type of digital presence or anything like that, that when you get fired from this job that you stole from me, like, what are you going to do? When I got fired, I reinvented myself. And I'm still able to make a living at being on the air. I'm a global and national brand. You didn't even get your job correctly. You weren't a radio journeyman that went and worked for, oh, by the way, it was a very sad day. I didn't mean to get too squirreled, but one of my radio mentors, and to have worked for this guy kind of puts you in a very elite radio club. Mark Driscoll, Mr. Voice, died yesterday in West Palm Beach at the age of 72. I worked for Mark. He was my program director at Q102 in Philly. And there are just some radio people, if you've ever worked for them or they were your boss or they taught you how to do a little bit of radio, you're like almost royalty. Scott Shannon, if you ever had the ability to work for Scott Shannon, Mark Driscoll, Randy Michaels, Mark Chase, B.J. Harris, Brad Harden. Blitz, there are some huge, Tom Pullman. There are some huge programmers over the years that really sat down and taught radio personalities how to do radio. Like, would sit down and do an air check session with you. And when you would be like, 103 PFR, it's Bubba Clem, and currently it's 35 degrees. Like, they'd be like, why do you have to say currently? People assume that it's currently. Just little crutches that radio personalities make. And there's no more teachers left in radio. There's just a bunch of hacks that steal footage and get jobs. Mike Calta never was a radio journeyman and worked for a Mark Chase or a Mark Driscoll or a Scott Shannon or a Buddy Scott or a Greg Cassidy. He was an intern in Tampa, Florida, and has never left this market. You're not a real radio personality. Let me just, I hate to burst a lot of you radio guys' bubbles, but if you haven't been in radio, much like a Major League Baseball player, and had to go do, some AA and some AAA, there's very few, Robin Younts, that make it right to the pros.
Yeah, barely any.
And if you haven't cut your teeth and you didn't make a journey in radio where you started at, Terre Haute, Indiana, and you went to Grand Rapids and then San Antonio, then Philly, and then Orlando, and you worked for the great Mark Driscolls and stuff, then you're a hack. You're a hack. You don't know anything about radio. You're not a radio historian. You've not been taught to be properly to be a radio talk show host. You lied, cheated, and stole your way. And Annalena Polino, whatever the hell, she's aligned herself now with Calta. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Makes absolute sense. Hacks stick together.
Frauds
stick together.
The Central Florida Post reported that in 2014, when she was still active duty at the United States Air Force at Fort Walton Beach, Ms. Meyerhofer, currently known as Anna Paulina Luna, was working as a dancer, stripper, exotic entertainer at the Red Rose Gentlemen's Club in Fort Walton Beach.
Yeah, we
so
knew
this
that.
is reported. This is not like us saying it. This is
part of a police
reported.
report. It's part of a police report, too.
Many times. This is not just like making up stuff. This isn't fake news. This is stuff that has been reported in the mainstream media. And so for her to accuse Kevin of unscrupulous support and unscrupulous acts is such a fraud, because it's like the Russian collusion that they kept throwing on Trump. Well, it looked like really that Clinton was doing the Russian collusion, and they were blaming Trump the whole time. And so this seems to be a very classic tactic that some of these people use in politics, where they're sitting
life.
In life.
I mean, look at Calta. Calta has the Gawker tape published. Cox wants me out. They promote him, and little did they know, they later had to settle tens of millions of dollars based on what he did, but they fired me and gave him my job. Listen, I have some responsibility in that tape, but my God, how much longer do I got to pay for it? Like I will be for the rest of my life be noted as the scumbag that did his best friend dirty and lost everything because of it. I just don't understand how this guy continues to screw with me.
This morning, where there's a big turnout or event in this
King, how many features did you win at Eldora?
campaign that happened this morning. Can you tell us what it was, Anna Paulina?
She appeared on the Mike Calta show. Imagine that.
Oh, yeah. I was actually just recently on with Mike Calta. So he has one of the biggest radio shows in Tampa Bay. And he actually dropped a photo where one of my opponent appears to be in a photo, or I guess advertising with porn stars. There's some context, has the information. But, you know, it's interesting. So many people, when they're running in these open Republican,
I wonder if they show the picture, Blitz.
They do not.
They try to say, that they're Christian, conservatives, etc. And then there'll really be establishment plans that are working.
I can't wait till after the race, Blitz, and we can actually, show the picture and break the picture down. Or maybe we shouldn't.
Against the America First candidate, and come to find out, these people are being exposed left and right. So I think when you're fighting for the right things, the truth always comes out. And we fully intend to bring home the win tomorrow evening.
Anna, answer me this. Yesterday at the conference, we spent the first day going through the 50 states, and yesterday going through the machines. But in the morning, there was a prayer session, and talking about the Great Awakening and this concept of Christian nationalism. The guy that just opened on Morning Joe, that's David French. We call him around here President French, because believe it or not, that guy actually did run for president against Donald Trump. The ego of these guys is unbelievable. He actually ran for president. We always refer to him as President French.
Now, why wouldn't this guy have Kevin on? Like, is this guy is this guy here, endorsing Anna?
Well, he's certainly putting her in the front of the media.
What about
the camera?
Do these people not know her background? Do they not do their?
I don't think they really care.
They don't.
No, they don't care. He's doing this for views.
Hit on Christians actually getting involved. Since this is a Judeo-Christian nation, Christians getting involved actively in politics. It's got the progressive left's head is blowing up right now, calling us all right-wing Christian nationalists. What's your feelings, and what are the feelings of folks down in your district?
Believe so.
I mean, I can tell you that there's a lot of pastors that are now getting involved. People forget that during the Revolutionary War, you had the Black Order pastors that were the black robes that were basically fighting alongside the revolutionaries. But ultimately, many churches now, you can't really say that you are a Christian and not get politically involved, because you have one party, the Republican Party, that is protecting life, that is protecting the right for freedom of religion. And then you have another party, the Democrat Party, that is pushing everything that stands against what our Christian values are. I tell people many a times that they started attacking the Hispanic demographic because we are extremely Catholic, extremely conservative, and they started saying...
Boy, she's got herself rung on in as a Hispanic, does she not?
Yes, we are Catholic.
I mean, we had reports that she's between 25 and 28% Hispanic. Now, I don't know that you can use the word "we" if you're only 26.5% or something.
But also culturally, I mean, judging from what her uncle told us yesterday, she was raised as like a in white American culture. She wasn't raised, by a Hispanic mother. Or
and that came, and by the way, Anna, that source was her uncle.
Yeah, who's like
that wasn't,
We have no cultural basis in anything, Mexican or Hispanic related at all.
Does she have a platform? Does anyone know what her platform is? Has she ever said, why is she running? Like, what is she trying to do? Like, what's her goals?
Vote for me. I'm hot. Vote for me. For real. I mean,
I'm
for
hot
real.
And you're not.
I'm hot, and I'm hot with a Donald Trump endorsement. Is there? And I know it sounds stupid, but is there
No,
anybody
it's
else?
not. That's literally what she's running on.
I mean, Anna, call me out if I'm being if I'm
No,
wrong.
Anna's calling out Anna. That's exactly what she was doing.
I'm hot with a Donald Trump endorsement. Dan, it's that simple.
There's no other information about her. There's nothing else about her. Like, what is she going to do in Congress? I don't know. She's hot, and Trump
She's
apparently
gonna
endorsed her a year and a half
back
ago.
all of Trump's like the build a wall. And
what
all that
our
stuff.
Christian values are. I tell people many a times that they started attacking the Hispanic demographic because we are extremely Catholic, extremely conservative, and they started saying
Why isn't there somebody like Tucker or somebody calling this bitch out? Like, everybody has the information that we have, right? It's not, I mean, it's not this hidden, I mean, it's out there, it's credible. Her from her military, what is that? D22, what's that?
Oh, DD-214.
Yeah, from that to her own family begging people not to vote for her, to her lying about that she's Latin or she's Hispanic. Like, why anybody else would a white man, a white not so hot male would be getting his ass roasted right now, would he not? People would be like, shut up, liar, you're not Hispanic.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like, how interested do you think Steve Bannon is in like Florida District 13's primary election? Like,
None.
There's primary elections going on all over the country.
Your
So,
boyfriend said
like,
it best. This is all about eyeballs on a hot chick.
Yeah,
period.
exactly. And she's already got a pretty big following. She's got a big name because of the Trump endorsements. So, and Steve
Yeah,
Bannon
she's
is
been on-
obviously a Trump guy, so
Yeah.
he's going to have her on the show.
Yeah,
And
I understand.
she's been on his show before too. So
I understand.
that was an issue. Now they're using that and they're going.
It just shows you how pathetic the whole process is. It's just pathetic that you can be hot with a Donald Trump endorsement and you now are a very viable, might win the whole damn thing candidate.
She might as well be running president for the 8th grade. I mean, that's all she's really. It's like she's trying to win a popularity
You're
contest,
right,
and
you're
not
right.
a substantive.
You're right. You're so right.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
You walk by for long?
Yeah.
Well, we had over 1,000 people that showed up to our event. So for any congressional race, that's pretty unheard of. It was an incredible rally. But, you know, as she was driving to see it, there were political operatives that were texting her. These are people that claim to be tied to President Trump, which they're not. They're just drifting. They were texting Marjorie Taylor Greene saying that I was never in the military. And I actually sent Marjorie my DD-214, which is my service record. And I also sent her my guard record, which is something that I never publicly released because I thought, you know, these people are dirty. They're going to try to say that I didn't serve honorably or that I got out early. So I showed her that as well, and she lit these people up on stage. She said, "How dare you attack a service member? Anna ought to sue you guys." And she called them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because I didn't serve honorably. And how dare you attack my service? Service member, Anna ought to sue you.
Yeah, she sucks.
And she called them out to their face.
Bubba, new parody.
How dare you attack
We got on a.
Oh, we got a song?
Yep, Carlos and everything go.
Oh my God, great, thank you.
This man had 46 months. Stevie Nicks Dirty Straw 46 months. Getting Wordy with it 26 months. J Rod 4455 30 months. What's up, Dr. Dan's Blooming Onion Maker?
We'll do a light.
Light next. Tongue Tied 13. Bubba's 10 Commandments 43 months. That's right. Big Hands John, good morning. Bubba's Blood Fart, good morning. Morning, Mr. Grimm. 1911. Good morning.
Thank you, everybody, man. We've had a great couple days of last week of Twitch.
Work.
Venmo, Cash App's been on fire. Melissa Carpenter just qualified for BARP. I'm going to get Matt Hoxie, and I got to go through all those names, so I'm going to be doing that today. So I can give everybody a status.
Busy 29 minutes. Dr. Nasdaq, RCO, don't deserve them bitches.
So you gotta find me a motherfucking.
I'm working on it. Hype train, working on the hype train.
Not big longer.
Understanding as to the people that are, there's some people that are close. I'm going to give you your totals probably, hopefully by Friday. Have all of that kind of dialed in. And if you think you're close, get a hold of us.
And if you're close, you need a couple days. No big deal.
Just get a hold of us. Show at thebubbaarmy.com, or you can whisper us on Twitch or things like. Don't really message us on Facebook because I don't really read those too much. There's so many of them. It's better to get a hold of our email, show at thebubbaarmy.com.
And I'm going to set up a separate email just for the ring sizes and stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, which we're going to need that too. Melissa Carpenter, you need to get a hold of me. Let me know what, I don't even know who Melissa Carpenter really is.
No one does.
Nobody does. And, what's your ring size? Also, Blitz, we have to close out the Save the Diaco t-shirt contest. And I probably need Chat or maybe Anna, who has the best memory of all. What did I promise the winner of the Save the Diaco?
Oh, free ticket to BARP +1.
Did you? But was it a ring too?
No.
No ring.
No.
So you get a BARP invitation.
And that's for the weekend of BARP.
That's every event.
Yes.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
All right.
+1.
Blitz will go and see who won that, or maybe close it out tomorrow at 6 a.m. or something. I think it's still up there.
Okay.
I don't know if it's close or if it's a runaway or what. But so that's not a ring, Anna. That's just an invitation for all festivities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Blitz, the other thing, we got a little housekeeping here because we've been so enamored with the Anna Luna Polina versus Kevin Hazlett Congressional District 13 race that's happening, concludes today. I have a whole segment to do moving forward right after I get this general housekeeping done. That being said, don't we usually, Blitz, give a ring to Chat? Doesn't we give Chat collectively?
Correct.
An opportunity to nominate a person that didn't get their money in, that can't afford it, or just for whatever reason, most people just can't afford it. The average working guy out there is busting his ass, but certainly deserves it. And over the years, I think Golden Egg Layer was one, was a person. Do you know, Blitz, the people over the years? Lummy.
Miss Carrie Baby was one.
Okay, Miss
Trickney
Carrie
Ashley.
Baby, Trickney Ashley, and I think Golden Egg Layer.
Correct.
So those have been our three. Miss Carrie Baby, Trickney Ashley, and Golden Egg Layer have been our three since we've been doing it. We need chat. Now, we're not going to do it right now because I'm busy. I got a lot of things to do, but it's something to think about. We might do it by the end of the show, but we'll certainly have it done by the end of this week. Start thinking about chat. That's a monster in itself, all you guys. Coming up with who you think you would like to put up for the chat portion of BARP. Now, Blitz, I think that person does get a ring. Do they not?
Correct.
So the person that's nominated from chat gets a ring, and as if they had participated. Correct. Not
Correct.
just an invite like the nice-breasted girl.
Yep.
Yep. Perfect. So you chat Kenny Effin Powers and Napa Mike and Iggy and Redbeard and Creatine Travis and everybody, Donkey Teeth, Riz His, whoever's all in there. Be thinking about who is. What did we call it? Was it the listener's choice or the chat choice or something? I don't know.
I think it was the chat choice.
Did they call it the chat choice?
It was something similar to that. Yeah.
Is Paul Riviera? Is that Rudy?
Is it? Yes.
Paul Riviera. I don't know if that's
No, Paul Riviera.
No, Paul. No.
Paul Riviera. $10 on the Venmo. Thank you very much. So we do have. Well, I want to first start out by asking Rhett. Rhett, I need you to start working on a video that we put up relatively soon, and some of it I want it the video to include maybe some talking from today, and certainly this new song that Carlos Mandico came up with. But it's an invitation for Luna Polina to sue us. I'd like for her to sue us. She's threatening to sue anybody that questions her military record. Well, didn't we quite extensively question her military record yesterday?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, Red, I need you to put together a little video, a little montage of all of our Anna, including her uncle's appearance, including Matt Tito's statements.
He was awesome.
Including Kevin today, including my talk, including the parody song we made. And I'd also like Anna Luna Polina to know that there's three places you can serve me. Diaco Law, Hunter Law, or Carlson Meisner and Hazlett. You can serve me at one of those three places.
Todd Sedon, 10,000 bits.
Oh, thank you, Todd Sedon.
And you can serve me at the Dollhouse or at Pure Platinum or any of those other places.
You mean she can actually serve
Yes,
you?
serve me.
Yeah.
Serve me a drink.
No, I'm talking about
if
if you'd like to serve me a lawsuit, if you'd like to file a lawsuit, you have three law firms that can accept service on my behalf: Diaco Law, Hunter Law, and Kevin's Place. So pick one of the three and serve away, bitch.
If you want to
Sue me, Anna Luna Polina. I've been very critical of every aspect of you. You're a public figure running for a public office, and I am a talk show host. I have my opinions, and I'm entitled to speculate. I can almost say anything about you. I could say that I think that you might have worked at a donkey bar. I can say that. Trust me. I know what I can and cannot say.
You sure do.
I can say I don't know it to be true, but in my opinion, Anna Paulina Luna may have worked at a donkey bar.
Maybe.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, do you not know the First Amendment law? You can't just sue people. Now, if you're a private citizen and you're not a person that's running for public office or a radio personality or somebody that's an established public figure, well, then the laws are a lot different. But when you are a public figure and you are absolutely the epitome of a public figure, in fact, some of our most public figures are politicians. Those are some of the most public of public figures.
Yes, they are.
Politician,
Absolutely.
athletes, and radio, TV, journalists.
Right.
All of them.
Media. and athletes and politicians are the three biggest.
That's your big trilogy of personal of a public figure.
Correct.
And so Anna, you said this.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, not
sorry.
Anna. The C Anna.
APL.
Not cool Anna. Unfortunately, you guys are both from California.
We are.
Listen, dirty bitch, lion, fraudulent Anna, Paulina, Luna Mayhofer. Sue me. I have been more critical of you than anybody. And I got 3 places for you to serve me.
The Yako law.
Here's what she said. She said this came out of her hole, her speaking hole.
Anna ought to sue you guys. And she called them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because I did serve honorably. And how?
Boy, that's really the mentality you want for somebody that represents your district now. I'm going to sue you if you attack me or question any. Meanwhile, she's bold-faced lied about her. Now, if indeed people were making stuff up on her, what is it, DD-214, whatever the hell it is, on her DD-214, and people were making stuff up, but I still think they could. I think people can make. I think people can make stuff up about you when you're a public figure.
Certainly in the context of parody, hyperbole, and entertainment.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show practices healing through humor, consisting of hyperbolic statements and parody on the backside, including the use of disclaimers to cover their collective asses.
Kyle Sturgill, $10.
Thank you.
Thank you on the Venmo.
Bubba's butt pillow, 1,000 bits.
as well, and she lit these people up on stage. She said, "How dare you attack a service member? Anna ought to sue you guys." And she called them out to their face. So this is public notice. To sue you guys. And she called them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because I did serve honorably, guys. And she called them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because.
Sue me, bitch. Sue me. I've spent 2 solid days. I've had your Uncle Edward, the Godfather Mayhofer, on. I've had decorated, honorably discharged 2 tours of duty, 8 years as a Marine captain. Matt Tito.
Stud. Question
your DD-213. There's all types of things I've said about you. I said you should be working the day shift at Oz.
I'd give her $20.
And she called them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because I did call them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because.
Now, let's not forget, I don't know where you're coming up with all this money, but you're having to defend your latest lawsuit was the fact that your husband's dog bit a kid in his face that required 11 stitches. We talking about that? Or are we talking about you being on the Mike Calta show and having some photoshopped banner of Kevin in my backup studio when a woman that I'll tell you what I would do, Anna, is I'd like to get that photo since it was taken from my place and say, Anna Luna, because, I mean, let's not forget what the foundation of Falwell versus Flint was. Do people really know People versus
Larry Flint?
Do people really know what the foundation of what this is all about? Larry Flint in Hustler magazine made a cartoon about Jerry Falwell's mom giving oral in an outhouse. It was a cartoon. Well, you know what, Anna? We could take that picture that they're trying to say, is bad on Kevin and say this is Anna Luna Polina licking breasts in Bubba the Love Sponge's studio. All under the guise of hyperbole, all under the guise of satire, all under the guise of news. Right?
You could do a cartoon of her on a stripper pole saying, vote for me.
Actually, I think the First Amendment says the more outlandish and unbelievable it is, the more it's protected. I really do think it says something to that effect. The more outlandish and over the top and unbelievable, the more that it's protected. So I think that we should get that photo, which Blitz, I'm sure you can get a copy of it or get it, and let's Photoshop it up and make it her. That will really make her want to sue me. Jay Diaco could not get this lawsuit fast enough. Am I right, Dan?
Yes.
them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because I did serve honorably. And how dare you attack my service?
How many years was she actually active in the military?
5, I believe.
And she has said, she has said different, has she not? She has. She's
not that I know of.
Anna, tell us where you're going to be today. How do people get to the campaign? How they follow
Well,
you?
I'm going to be in Bubba's backup studio licking breasts, according to this photoshopped picture that they got. Hey, Blitz, will you get me a... you know what? Actually, I have it.
Okay.
I have the picture. Let me get it to, the special forces.
Yes, sir.
On social media.
Hey, don't forget we got a new Anna Polina Luna parody song.
Can't wait to hear it.
She's going to probably want to include that in her lawsuit. So, Rhett, make sure you put that. I don't care if we monetize this or not. We probably won't because of this parody, but I don't care. I want to get this out. Anna, sue me, bitch. That's the title. Hey, Anna.
Yeah.
Sue. Not you. You're the good Anna. Hey, Anna, sue me, bitch. That's the title.
Well, we'll be door knocking all day today, but we will be out at the polls tomorrow. You can follow me and what I'm doing on the campaign trail at Vote APL or Real Anna Paulina.
She is hot as a firecracker. I mean, I would break her down like a shotgun. Man, I like to blast that. Phew.
We are very excited about this.
I bet you she looks good naked, too. I bet you she got a nice donkey on her. About that ass. We already got a picture of you licking breasts in my studio.
Again, I'm the only Trump.
Anna, did you not look at that picture and thought it was her for a minute?
I told you that.
I know.
I'm like, I thought it was her. I thought that was where the scandal lied.
I thought the scandal was the fact that somebody photoshopped her in my studio with Kevin watching.
Yeah.
That's a lot hotter, ain't it?
Yep, sure.
Candidate in Pinellas County. I'm pro-life, pro-God, pro-gun, and anti-globalist. And I actually am running against people that are well-funded by dark money. So remember, these seats are incredibly important. We're one of the only or few open Republican seats here in the state of Florida. And when I win, we are going to be going to Washington, D.C. and joining the Freedom Caucus.
Yeah, great. Sue me, bitch. I had your uncle on yesterday. He's disgusted. I had a real military person on here. He says you're a fraud. And now I got a song about you.
I've kept my mouth shut out of fear of being sued. My cousin is Anna Polina Luna. I 100% do not endorse her. This is one woman you do not need in politics.
Anna Polina Meyer-Hoffer, changing it to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the Red Rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
She is constantly manipulating her past and lying about things and then threatening to sue people so that they don't speak up. I am sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
Everybody in Pinellas County, go vote for Kevin Hazlett. Don't you worry if you're not legal. The Democrats will try to cheat. On a lunatic will try to sue you. She's mean, she's not so sweet. If you want to run for Congress, you should not be crazy. Anna Polina's gonna sue you. Rhino Republican, she is so blue. Lame, she's Latina, but she can't speak Spanish. Watch all supporters suddenly vanish. Anna Polina Meyer-Hoffer, changing it to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the Red Rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
I'm sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
There you go, Anna. That should give you some ammunition to sue me.
That song brings back memories.
That's when you were rolling hard.
That's when I was dancing, doing hot body contests to that song.
Of course you were, Dan.
Ooh, oh,
Blitz, how about Blitz? Blitz, you know that the pre-machine 1 runs.
Yep.
2 is fully plated. 3 has insurance. And 4, the sound system works sometimes. Too bad we couldn't get that song on a loop and go out and find out what what polling place she is, and just drive up and down the road.
But you can.
I know.
Let's do that.
Well, I got to
Where's she
think.
at?
I got to
What do you
think.
gotta do?
I got to think about. I got to see if the CD machine will read it And 2, if not, how I can have maybe Blitz put it on a thumb drive or put it on something that I can play it.
Get a Bluetooth speaker if you have to.
No.
Crank that.
Dan, we're not going to Bluetooth when we have a full-blown, 14 speaker, vehicle. We're not going to Bluetooth it like I'm having a ghetto
All
blast.
right, let's laser beam it. Let's do it.
Well, there's some logistics involved.
Can I help?
Yeah, we don't know if you can help. It's going to be up to Blitz as to whether he can get it on something that head unit.
If that's all it's holding you back, I'll get it done here in the next hour.
Oh, Blitz, for real. Like, if you can get me a thumb drive or something that head unit will recognize.
Yeah, no problem.
I will. Yeah, hey, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to drive to California and then New York and pick up a recliner for me, okay? You're supposed to be super fat Bubba Light. Hey, yeah, no problem.
Hey, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem,
man. I wonder if you can go to her website and it says maybe what district she's at.
I already looked. It doesn't.
She does real secretive stuff. So like all like her like meetings and all her like parades and all that stuff, she doesn't announce it. You have to like email them and ask them where it's gonna be.
Well, email them, Lummy. Warren at warreng.com or whatever the hell your deal is.
I got an idea.
Dan, I don't think they can arrest me for that.
No, and they can. If they say it's too loud, they can warn you about a noise thing. But I doubt they can do any arresting because you have the constitutional right to protest.
Blitz, what say you? Should we do it? I think we should. I mean, I can bring the merch crick to film it in case some crap goes down.
I love the idea. I absolutely love the idea. It's a great application of all the equipment that you already have. Let's take advantage of it.
I'm gonna Blitz. I might have to maybe skip the after show.
Okay.
No, I can do an hour. I can do like 45 minutes or an hour and still get out there.
Perfect.
And then that'll give you time to get me, to get it.
Yep.
Head unit. Get to. I'm old. I'm calling it a head unit.
Mm-hmm.
Get the head unit to recognize whatever. Yeah, perfect.
Put an 8-track in there.
Sue me, Anna. Sue me, bitch. Sue me. I'm going to be driving my cream machine that's got a woman with lighted nipples, an AM820 with an outside, was it Mad Mark's audio, right, Blitz? That's who did our system.
Yes.
In Bradenton. And what is there? Probably 12 to 14, maybe 10 to 12 speakers. Full lights.
Yeah, at least.
And play it at polling stations. Find out where Kevin is, too. Kevin may not want to have anything to do with that.
Mm-mm.
Say, Kevin, tell me where you are so I don't go there. Right?
Exactly.
I've kept my mouth shut out of fear of being sued. My cousin is Anna Polina Luna. I 100% do not endorse her. This is one woman you do not need in politics.
Anna Polina Meyer-Hoffer, changing it to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the Red Rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
She is constantly manipulating her past and lying about things and then threatening to sue people so that they don't speak up. I am sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
Everybody in Pinellas County, go vote for Kevin Hazlett. Don't you worry if you're not legal. The Democrats will try to cheat. On a lunatic will try to sue you. She's mean, she's not so sweet. If you want to run for Congress, you should not be crazy. Anna Polina's gonna sue you. Rhino Republican, she is so blue. Lame, she's Latina, but she can't speak Spanish. Watch all supporters suddenly vanish. Anna Polina Meyer-Hoffer, changing it to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the Red Rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
I'm sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Great song.
Man, that's going to make her full hot.
Yeah.
Just what you want.
Hell yeah.
That's funny. What's up, Mr. Grimm 1911?
Going for the hype train.
What's up, Lummy's Big Juice? No, that is Carlos Mandingo. Yeah, black guy, dead. Squirrel died. What's up, Kabuki Jones? Lakeland Hoosier? Coming too hot? S. Brunetto? No, Porsche Carrera is awesome. On 11, what's up? Thank you. What's up, JBJ4? Coming too hot. It's a good name. What's up, Wayne 51-2? DDP. What's up, Bub Army in New Hampshire? What's up, Catastrophic? Squeeze Squoze, good morning. Hey, Gus Dodge. Max lives in storage shed. How you doing? Odon, Sicilian Redneck.
Bubblehead 90, 26 months. Gus Dogs.
Hey, Jay Bowler, 300. Oh, thanks. HS Bubba Fan 69. What's up, Bubba's tax refund?
Good job.
Country girl, how you doing?
Morning Wade 51 cents.
Thanks, Ned's his ERPs too. Precancerous keratosis is like it's a skin lesion that could turn to cancer. You usually get them taken off, but you don't need a margin. They're not invasive. Those are superficial stuff. But get them off now. Sometimes you can do like a peel or Effudex on your face, and that'll help reverse some of that damage. Make you look 20 again. Yes, Bubba's butt pillow. You need to give her your weight. It's by weight.
His butt pillow, 1,000 bits.
Oh, thanks, Crossbone. Yes, 300 South Hyde Park Avenue, Suite 100, Tampa, Florida, 33606. Then Moe's? Yeah, they don't need Moe's for that. Moe's leaves a big old hole that they don't fill. Then they call some guy like me to say, hey, can you fix this? Yeah, she doesn't need Moe's. Just cut that shit out. You're welcome. Bubba, who cut your hair now?
No, Merch Creek.
Oh,
Why?
just curious.
Does it look like shit?
No, our in-house chick moved to Arizona.
Oh, there is no fucking way I'd have her cut your hair. No fucking way.
No,
I would not have anybody that I cared for cut your hair. Anna, do you agree with me on that?
Yes.
I'm not that.
That is an open invitation
For
to.
ass chewing.
She'd be a nervous fucking wreck. Cut your motherfucker.
Yeah, do worse because she'd be so nervous.
Mm-hmm. But she cuts the shit out of it. She's good as fuck. Does your girl use clippers?
She uses little clippers, a little scissors, little
Well,
everything.
that's what maybe the merch quick. That's what she uses scissors and clippers.
Thank you.
Bless you.
So maybe you agree.
Should I get a merch crit cut?
Oh.
Well, yeah, but
Only if you
know,
tape it.
But yeah, you can get it. But like, if it's not like perfect, you can't be fucking mad.
I'm not gonna be mad. Shit grows back.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you see that now.
She's not cutting Steve's hair. I'll just tell you that. Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge
Kept
Show.
my mouth shut
I'm
out
gonna
of
play the
fear
hell out of
of
this.
being sued. My cousin is Anna Polino Luna. I 100% do not endorse her. This is one woman you do not need in politics.
Carlos, great job, my friend.
On a Belina Meyerhofer. Changing it to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the red rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
She is constantly manipulating her past and lying about things and then threatening to sue people so that they don't speak up. I am sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
Everybody, Pinellas County, go vote for Kevin Hazlett. Don't you worry if you're not legal. The Democrats will try to cheat. I'm a lunatic, will try to sue you. She's mean, she's not so sweet. If you want to run for Congress, you should not be crazy. Anna Polina's gonna sue you. Rhino Republican, she is so blue. Lame, she's Latina, but she can't speak Spanish. Watch all supporters suddenly vanish. Anna Polina Meyerhofer. Changed her name to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the red rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
I'm sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
Blitz, I just got a text from Gooch, and he's like, where would... Oh, Blitz might not be around.
I'm here.
Where would you suggest that he... Because a lot of Bubba Army are interested in this race, even if you're not in 13. You know, you're pulling for Kevin.
Right.
Gooch being one of them. Where should... My suggestion was Bay News 9 is about as good for local elections as anybody. Would you suggest...
For just like news coverage of it?
No, like results as the data's coming in tonight, like around 7,
Yeah,
15.
That would work, or you can just go to Vote Pinellas.
All right, yeah, vote Pinellas, .org, or vote Pinellas.com?
Yeah.
Or Bay News 9.
Sure.
I mean, Bay News 9 always has a crawler or something. But yeah, I'd probably go to votepinellas.com.
Yeah, they'll have
a constant
up-to-date information.
Up-to-date information as to, as this
It says they're processing the mail-in ballots at 3:00 today.
Oh, so they may start posting results from that
right at 7. They won't post a result before 7.
They won't?
No, because it taints it.
Oh, because the polls are still open. Next thing you know, you're like, I was going to vote for this guy, but this guy's winning. I don't want to be a loser.
Yes.
Matt Tito texted me, said, I love the song. If you think you might need security, because this could really come pick me up in your cream machine. That'd be nice to have him.
He's awesome too.
Wouldn't it?
I really liked him.
Blitz,
he's a hero.
Blitz, I'm not underscoring how proficient you would be with security, but I know you're busy and you got to go vote.
Yep.
And you probably don't have the time to roll around, 15 precincts like I do, being a horse's ass. But I know you're double strapped. Blitz, what if triple? What if like somebody like tried to mess with me?
Oh, then they try messing with you.
Make sure the merch is rolling.
Yeah.
Tape.
Yeah, well, she's strapped too.
There you go.
I mean, she's got a full blown license. She's
She's proficient with stuff.
But I can see where remember Matt Tito said yesterday that he was a little afraid all the smack that we've been talking, this crazy bitch could have us offed. Well, not only am I talking smack, but I'm probably the first one to make a courtesy of my boy Carlos Mandico, I'm probably the first one to come up with a full-blown, parody song, right?
Definitely.
Everybody's been afraid of this bitch.
Right.
By the way, I looked up Falwell versus Flint, and I was right. A lead story in the November 1983 issue of Hustler magazine featured a parody. I don't know if a lot of people really know what Jerry Flint did to piss off Jerry Falwell.
Well, he did more than one thing, and that was the pinnacle of it.
Right. Right, I know.
He had a beef with him because he was
calling
just,
him an alcoholic or something.
Well, and because Falwell was trying to get Hustler shut down.
Correct.
Right.
And so Falwell in November of 1983 in the issue of Hustler magazine featured a parody of an advertisement modeled after an actual ad campaign claiming that Falwell, a fundamentalist minister and political leader, had a drunken, incestuous relationship with his mother in an outhouse.
Right.
So, but a lot of people don't know what the actual that, and so I was right when I said what I did. Falwell sued to recover damages and for libel, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Falwell won a jury verdict of emotional distress claim and was awarded $150,000. Hustler magazine appealed. I want
It was
Anna,
for libel.
I want Anna Luna Polina to know that I'm not trying to cause malice. I'm not trying to defame you. I'm not trying to slander you. I'm trying to make fun of you and question you. I am questioning your military service and your DD, whatever the hell it is, DD
214.
I am questioning that. I have the right to question
You
it.
sure do.
But I'm not trying to cause any emotional distress. I'm not trying to cause any malice, inflictional, defamation. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm not asking people to do anything to you. You know what? The only thing I'm asking people to do is not vote for you. That's it. And I think that's as old as talk show. Like everybody has, everybody does that. Everybody picks their favorite opponent and goes against the other. Maybe not as brutal as we do, but hey, we're Bubba the Love Sponge. Not everybody's got a cream machine with the ability to play songs to the public. We do.
And if you're one of the 400 plus people I took care of in Pinellas County for COVID, your thanks to me can be voting for Kevin today. That could be one of the thank yous because it's not like I charged you anything. So if you support me and all the nice things I've done for people for free, go get your ass to the polls and vote for Kevin. It's so important. Get off your butt. Motivation is everything today.
Already raising 1,000 bets?
Girl. Thank you, Mr. Flynn.
Just shoot her. There's a new, darker influence in Cincinnati.
If you don't like Hustler magazine, don't read it. I don't. We're breaking taboos.
How about a 50-year-old centerfold?
How about the Wizard of Oz?
Hustler
depicts Santa Claus in a lewd and shameful manner.
Decent people are being corrupted.
Ohio Governor Jim Rhodes was spotted buying the infamous Jackie O issue.
Yeah!
God Almighty will judge you.
It was your intention to hold Reverend Falwell out to be a hypocrite.
Well, that's what he is. You have a strong civil liberty.
They arrested Larry Flint. They arrested him.
Case on your hands.
Are you ashamed?
I mean, we had him on the air once, did we not?
Yes, we did.
He died somewhat recently, right? Like in the last 2 years?
Not too long ago. Like, I think you're right.
I'd rather have a man that stands up for what he believes in.
You're so beautiful.
How long did they imprison him for?
Publish a magazine!
And then they shot him and paralyzed him,
Yes.
remember?
Yes.
I mean, one of these religious nuts, shot him.
Right.
Shot him. That's why he was in a wheelchair.
60 days he was in jail.
Break moral laws, you reap the whirlwind.
Hallelujah! Mr. Flint, is that an American flag you have on that?
You're going to
Died
treat me
last
like
year.
a baby. I'm going to act like one.
You're just taking this too far now.
I've just closed my eyes.
Dream Weaver, who sings it?
Not Aerosmith.
Gary Wright, I think. Blitz fact check me. God, if I got that one right.
Gary Wright, Dreamweaver.
God damn it.
That's good.
Nailed it.
Man.
Climbed aboard the Dreamweaver train.
Unpopular speech is
I just want to
absolutely
lost her
vital
virginity
to
to
the
that song.
What's that?
I just want to lost her virginity to that song.
You?
No, not me.
Oh.
But they're saying just now in this clip.
You should be giving me a little attaboy for
Attaboy, Bubba.
knowing it.
But
Blitz is running a little stiff on me today.
Health of our nation. I'm not trying to convince you that you should like what Larry Flint does.
Anyway,
the most important lesson from this movie and from all conversations about free speech is that we're protecting the speech that's unpopular.
Right.
It's not the stuff you want to hear, but it's the stuff that they have the right to say. Correct. I don't care if you want to hear it. I don't care if it offends you. I don't care if it hurts your little bitch feelings. People have the right to say a lot about a lot of things. You can't say fire in a movie theater.
And then multiply that by if you're an established public figure, then throw gas on the fire on what people can say about you.
Hell to
right?
yes, absolutely.
And you don't appreciate the First Amendment until you don't agree with something, and then you really understand.
And it's so important. It's what separates us from every other country on earth. Even England doesn't have true free speech.
No, we got away from them so we could have it.
And so,
right?
in England, if you
to
say
criticize
something,
the king,
to say what we want on Facebook.
In England, Bubba, if you and I are in a pub in England and we're saying something,
the Queen sucks.
That says to offend someone behind us, they can report us and get us in trouble.
The Queen's a whore.
And she shouldn't be in power for 75 years.
Yeah, she's a dirty whore.
Just a figurehead.
The Queen's a dirty whore.
Yeah.
You couldn't say that.
Nope, not in England.
Wasn't it, the fact we came over as settlers and fought the Revolutionary War so that we could criticize the king. That was one of the main things that why people wanted to get out of England is because they wanted to criticize the king.
Yep.
And you couldn't.
Nope.
Lummy.
Yes, sir.
I heard you and Anna went out yesterday.
Yeah,
and did a little. And by the way, thank you for this.
We looked at the wall.
And I'm trying to maximize it, but it's not allowing me. So I think this is good. This is on our Instagram, by the way.
Yeah, I was curious because you had mentioned this, so I had to go check it out for myself.
And it's a whopper, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
it was actually worse than I expected because sometimes, you exaggerate, and it was a pretty big dent.
The person used the building to stop.
Exactly.
themselves.
Twice, actually.
Maybe twice.
There's two of them?
There's two
It's a double
dents.
dent?
Yes.
Hold on there. Let me and Anna break it right on down. Here we go.
Here.
Well, here looks like
What happened?
the indentation of.
Why'd you do that?
I hope Mark Tate doesn't see this.
Oh, boy. I think there's a red spot here.
The red spot. Was it someone driving a red car that may have backed into the building?
I mean, it doesn't really look that bad, does it?
Thank God they didn't hit below the window. Could have broke the window.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look good.
But
Certainly
they hit the
doesn't look
corner?
good. That's an impact. That's not just like a nudge. I hit something.
No, that's gas and go.
Yep.
That's gas to go. But what about the corner? There's a dent, too.
That's what I'm saying.
I also see tire marks here. And then it looks damaged there as well.
How drunk was this person?
Very.
My God.
A drain pipe. What is this? A drain pipe?
It's a gutter.
Is that what you call it? Rain drain?
Rain drain.
I don't know anything.
Rain drain.
And then this little deal.
Well, hopefully they didn't hit that, too.
Yeah, I think.
That's even worse if they hit both of them.
Yeah, reversed, went
they
forward, and then
go
reversed
out?
again.
Right, and then come back in. It's almost as if this person was intoxicated or something.
Yeah, you think?
I mean, allegedly, it seems like that's.
It's not a good look. Poor beer.
By the way, Tate, we're getting it fixed. We're getting it fixed.
How'd you fix that?
How do you fix that?
I don't know. I think maybe they.
Yeah, tear the whole building down.
I think that there's these. I don't know. I think you may have to cut. And then I don't know. I don't know what's behind. I don't know what's behind it.
Out.
Oh my God.
Let me maybe let me. There's construction guys. Easy fix. Replace the panel. Yeah, but then you're gonna have to fix behind it.
Yeah, well, keep going because there's other issues.
Yeah.
Ban the person who did it from ever coming back to the studio ever again?
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. This person will never be allowed to come back to my studios ever.
Really?
Not
even as a plus one.
Not the person. There's
the VIP that they were friends with.
There's the VIP, and then there's the VIP's friend.
Right. So that plus one is permanently banned.
And the plus one is who did it.
And she's permanently banned.
She's permanently banned.
Even from any parties.
I don't know what part of the part you have. She's permanently banned.
I understand that.
Period.
Question mark?
Question mark?
No question mark.
I don't know. don't know.
I don't have answers for all this.
Wait, we got evidence.
What is it? It's a chili pepper? Oh, it's a part of a light.
Yeah, it looks like a brake light.
Interesting.
Bubba Army, I don't even know how you do that. Like, I mean, behind it is like some rigid kind of material, and I don't. Do you have to take the whole panel, or do you cut it at where it's dented in? I don't know. I don't know how to fit. Usually I got a general idea how you can maybe do it. I don't know.
Everyone just keeps saying, the two construction guys I know in chat are saying just unscrew the panels and put new panels up.
How do you match the paint?
You don't. That's the problem. You can't.
Maybe this calls for Lummy Investigates.
Yeah, Lummy Investigates.
I mean, Blitz, inevitably you have to maybe repaint that at least side of the building. At least.
Oh, I think I can feel air coming out of it.
What? I'm losing air?
Yeah, I knew you'd flip out when you heard that part.
Yeah, it's blowing.
It's
like punctured the lining.
Because I can feel the air coming out, and then you can even see, I don't know if she zooms in a lot, but the weeds are blowing.
Oh, shit.
Get that.
You dirty mouth
I'm
bitch.
sorry.
She can.
You can feel air?
See all the little things moving?
Oh, yeah. So that
I'm losing air.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no.
person hit it that hard that it's leaking air from the inside.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
Well.
Oh, yeah, I think you might be right on that.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I'm glad you guys. No big deal for you.
Well, we were just saying the other deck because there's another piece of the brake light right by
I'm
it.
saying the red.
Oh, yes! More evidence!
I literally think this girl put her car in reverse, gassed it up, and used the building as to when to stop.
May I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Did this person leave angrily?
I think so.
Okay.
I think this person was in an argument with the VIP.
Interesting.
Bubba likes burn.
Let me investigate who hit the rear end.
That's
Yeah, we are.
Gotta get my rubber gloves out so we can pick up. I already touched evidence. I already
tampered with evidence.
I'm in the process of moving everything I have out front to the side, and the only available stalls are going to be the first four available stalls, which is Lummy, Rhett, Anna, and Blitz. And then the two up front are the Diacos. And anybody else who visits the building can park over there by the basketball goal and all that. But I'm not going to allow side parking anymore, other than my 4 employees, and they'll have their designated areas. In fact, Blitz, you know what I might do is I might put little signs that says Blitz only, Anna only, Rhett. Well, maybe not Rhett, but at least Lummy.
Thank you.
I mean, Rhett, in order to get your sign, you got to come to work, buddy.
So now it could be me.
No, it could be you.
Oh, it's not you, Lummy. I know deep down it's not you. And if it was you, you'd be puking profusely.
And I'd be sitting by it waiting for you to beat me.
No, I would just say, Lummy, get a hold of your Well, I know how well.
Oh, I'd get a hold of Big Red.
I know. That's the guy you'd get a hold of immediately.
Oh,
and Big
1000%.
Red, I don't want you to have to fix this, to be honest with you. This isn't a Big Red issue. This isn't,
Have you gotten an apology from anyone?
Oh, yeah. The VIP is sick to his stomach. Like, he's, beside himself. And I want everybody to know I'm not mad at him one bit. Not one bit. I love that guy.
What about the +1? Did that person apologize?
No, that bitch isn't apologizing. I hate her. So, I think you know my stance on that.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
And I feel like you didn't like her before. Is that
20
correct?
months.
I don't think we got to get into all that.
Oh, okay. Then we won't.
What's up? You don't know Jake Odegler. Honest Tiny Ass Kitty, 56 months. Joe, 1967 June.
Let me stamps.
Stamps next. And case. What's up, Hall of Famer Iggy McGillicuddy? Good morning, Possum Chat.
Yay.
Good morning, country girl. It's a secret, bad Jake.
Do you like the new under cabinet lighting?
Yes, I like it a lot,
Yeah,
actually.
it looks really good. Hey, Tara, want a buzz? 200 bits.
I got that from Sumo. He gave me the idea.
Ooh.
He has it all on his his under cabinet lighting.
Flip Flops 305, 32 months. Good morning. Morning, Haas.
Good morning, Blumpy boy.
Interesting. Internet tough guy.
Yuppers.
Chat, be nice.
Hey Anna, will you try to get a hold of these girls of the Playboy girl? They're doing podcasts now.
Oh yes, Bridget and Holly.
See if you can. I mean,
I feel like I reached out to Holly before and she didn't get back to me, but I'll try again.
Yeah.
Hi, let me ship.
And maybe see what date we had that other girl on back in the day and tell her that we actually, were on this back in whatever.
Okay.
Lummy has that day.
Oh, you had Holly Madison on?
No, we had somebody who wrote a book. It wasn't Holly Madison, but it was a girl that was a Playboy. She was on the show promoting a book.
Got it. Mm-hmm. No problemo. No problem. You want to chat for the rest of
Sure, I got it. No problem.
Yo, what's up? I'm Paul Wright.
What's up, guys? Hey, Bubba, you don't need to find Anna. You need to find media.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna have Blitz give me a list of all the big ones.
What's up, Bubba's blood fart? What's up? Big Mike and his lummy. What's up? Hey, Taro, wanna bust? What's up, Lumpy boy? 352. You can stay 100 feet away. What's up, Calgary Taco Beater? What's up? I like that name. What's up, Redbeard? What's up, Jimmy Jam? 227, Sand Dollar Nipples. Anna's Sand Dollar Nipples. What's up, CC Gonzalez? Hey, Anna's Training Bra. Big Hands John. Iggy. What's up, Possum Trot? And thank you, Iggy and Creatine, for Sunday. Lost my ass, Esek. Good morning. What's up, Cervix Bruiser? I love your name. Lost my ass, Esek. What's up, Chad KC1? Nick the Gun Guy. What's up, Nick? Good morning. What's up, Beef Bronson? Daunting 9.
But did you see there's a new documentary on McAfee coming out on Netflix?
What's up, Chris
Pat
Constructive?
McAfee?
Country Girl.
No, what's John McAfee?
Oh, there is?
Oh, the guy that got whacked?
Yeah. I've had him on a couple of
Is it
times.
good?
It hasn't come out yet. They're promoting it.
What's up, drummer man? If Merch Crick cuts my hair, can she wear yoga pants?
Why?
Yes.
Why not?
Exactly.
I am the creepo.
Cheers, Emma. Cheers, bro.
Because I was looking at your girl's sniz.
That's what I'm saying.
My girl didn't first sniz. Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love
Kept
Sponge
my
Show.
mouth shut out of fear of being sued. My cousin is Anna Polino Luna. I 100% do not endorse her. This is one woman you do not need in politics.
Anna Polina Meyer-Hoffer, changing it to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the red rose, going crazy. Booty from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
She is constantly manipulating her past and lying about things and then threatening to sue people so that they don't speak up. I am sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
Everybody, Pinellas County, go vote for Kevin Hazlett. Don't you worry if you're not legal, the Democrats will try to cheat. On a lunatic will try to sue you. She's mean, she's not so sweet. If you want to run for Congress, you should not be crazy. Anna Polina's gonna sue you. Rhino Republican, she is so blue. Lame, she's Latina, but she can't speak Spanish. Watch all supporters suddenly vanish. Anna Polina Meyer-Hoffer, changing it to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the red rose, going crazy. Booty from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
I'm sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
Having to drop everything that you're doing during your day as you're running your big or small business is a pain in the ass, and you can be a member of Stamps.com.
Promo code Bubba.
And it'll be your 24-hour, 7 days a week post office and or UPS store. Skip the headaches, my friend. And for 20 years, Stamps.com has been an indispensable tool for over 1 million businesses. Stamps.com gives you the access to all the post office and UPS shipping services right from the privacy of your own computer. Get discounts that you can't find anywhere else. How about 30% off UPS the post office, and 86% off UPS. All you need is a regular computer and a printer. No special supplies and or equipment. Stamps.com works seamlessly with Shopify, Amazon, Etsy, eBay, and more. Up and running within minutes. You can even order your shipping supplies through Stamps.com, including free priority mail envelopes and boxes. Just don't mail and ship the hard way. Do it and sign up with Stamps.com.
Promo code Bubba.
Sign up with my promo code Bubba for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale, no long-term commitments and or contracts. Go to Stamps.com.
Promo code Bubba.
Click on the microphone on the top homepage and type in Bubba. A great client. We love them. Lots of Bubba Army use them. Stamps.com.
Promo code Bubba.
Brad Cruz, $25 for the building fixing.
Oh, nice.
You can buy reclaimed building materials specifically for that situation like yours. Thank you. Joe G, 100 on Venmo for the building. Thank you, Joe G. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all at the Bubba Army.
Honest and dollar nips, 1,000 bits.
Sorry.
Did the culprit give you any money for it?
No, he doesn't need to. I just got to thinking about this. If Anna Luna Polina wins, Anna, we're done. We're done. Because you know that vindictive bitch will come after me. And the power of listen, I've had state attorneys, I've had the FBI, I've had, a lot of people after me. I've had little sawed-off radio personalities. I've heard a lot of people after me. Supposedly Macho Man was trying to go around and find somebody to sue me back in the day. And, because I am that guy. That's what's gotten me in most of my trouble is I'm the guy that, the people's hammer, so to speak, that calls out frauds. Right?
Yes.
I'm the guy. Nobody else is. This goes right along the lines as to why I am perceived as the dick.
But you should be perceived as the only one with the chutzpah to do this, and everyone else is a big P.
A big P.
Pussy.
Yeah.
It sounds so much better when you say it, Anna.
Pussy.
Yes, everyone is a big
pussy.
Anna, you're a little more seamless, Anna.
I'm sorry. I thought he was going to say it himself. I'm sorry.
No, we've denoted. We denoted that you're the P word.
I got it now.
All right, ready and action.
And everyone else that doesn't mess with this person for being a fraud is a giant, hairy.
No, stop. We don't got to put that.
Oh, no.
Dan,
you ruined it, Dan.
Dan, you made it from being cool to getting us in trouble.
Let me start again.
Don't put the hair in there.
Okay.
The hair.
Hairless.
It's a hairless.
Okay. And anyone else that's not doing this and not taking it to her and not confronting her for being a fraud is a big
pussy.
Thank you.
Lummy, John McAfee, the guy that we had on the air back in the day,
a couple times,
and said that if he ever ended up dead, he didn't do it. Somebody killed him.
Yep.
Netflix now has a trailer about a new documentary.
That's beautiful.
It looks like it comes out Wednesday.
Comes out Wednesday.
Yes.
Did anybody watch the Mate? Oh, you watched the Man?
Yeah, Manti Te'o.
Yeah.
No, Blitz didn't watch it. Blitz did not watch it.
He didn't.
He slept right through it.
Inside that home, Gregory Farr was shot once to the back of his head.
Before he was murdered, Fall complained to authorities about his neighbor, software security pioneer John McAfee.
Mr. McAfee was nowhere to be found.
Lummy, we probably need to, shine up the McAfee interview and re-release it.
Yep.
Maybe have Rhett shine it up a little bit.
Will do.
Edit it. Take out the dumb stuff.
He said he had gone into hiding because if police found him, they'd kill him.
Didn't he call us, Lummy, from hiding?
Yes, he did.
That's crazy.
He called, I think it was like the first or second call, I believe.
Oh, hello there. I'm John McAfee, founder of the McAfee Antivirus Company.
I get a call. Basically, the biggest story in the world just drops in your lap. And we are ready to rock and roll. Intel bought his company out for $7 billion.
How much?
$7 billion.
Ooh.
The plan was just to film this man on the run, but I didn't know how far it could go.
My life depends on this, my friend.
John created software to spy on everyone.
I'm hearing everything you're saying.
Some powerful entities were trying to set John up because of all the information that he possessed.
Call it truth, call it secrets.
They wanted to get rid of him.
John, where are you going?
To jail.
What in the is going on here?
Man, I want to watch this.
We're heading to the Bahamas. The Mexican cartel was out to kill him.
They had given me some poison.
We all make mistakes.
It's getting crazier and crazier.
So is McAfee a successful entrepreneur who went mad and killed his neighbor? Or is he the potential savior of America?
This is a dangerous man.
I've not found a human being who did not have a secret.
Looks good.
Looks really well.
Looks cool.
Looks really well
It
done.
drops on tomorrow.
Yeah, this is Netflix tomorrow.
Titus O'Neil says, don't worry, man. The WWE is in good hands with Triple H now that Vince McMahon's been thrown out. What else is he going to say?
Big news in the WWE right now.
By the way, I've met Titus a few times. He's from Tampa, and I don't think you could be a nicer guy.
Oh, he really is nice.
He's
Bubba.
just so philanthropic.
Yeah.
He's there for every special cause.
Yes, he is.
Biggest hands I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know of anybody that could say a bad word about this guy.
No, he's super
and
cool.
he's got a son that's about to start, secondary school, and his son's really nice, and hopefully will be an athlete like his father.
Did you know Jesuit is like number 14 in the country in football?
Yeah, it's a real team.
In the country.
I know.
And IMG, Lummy, is like third.
Yeah, IMG's really good.
Triple H taking
Now, Lummy, does IMG...
What's IMG?
Oh, it's international something. I don't know. It's down in Bradenton.
It's an academy for like pretty much sports teams.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and it's like where I think it was started as a tennis academy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was like the biggest tennis place in the world for a while.
It's like where Jennifer Capriati and who was
Sampras.
It's Pete Sampras, but who was the guy that had kind of a blonde mullet that was real
Agassi?
Yes. I think Agassi might have been like their real big.
Yeah, he was like their first like big guy.
Big guy.
Yeah.
And then on it kind of morphed into like a high school where really, really rich people sent their kids.
Yeah, to be like really good athletes.
And then I think, Lummy, they then got in kind of now you can either pay and be on there, or they recruit you like out of 8th grade or something.
Yeah, you can almost get like a scholarship.
You can almost get like a scholarship. Yeah, like they're like, I've been told that they're as good as some college teams.
I would say, some small college teams. Yeah,
You think they can beat USF?
No. I'm saying like NAIA Division III schools.
Oh, okay.
Maybe some Division II.
Like Stetson's football team.
Correct. Yeah, NAIA.
For Vince, I gotta know, what's it feel like to see a guy who came from where you guys came from? You know, like real wrestler, like taking over at the helm.
Well, sports entertainment at its best. Vince McMahon is a huge reason why.
Titus O'Neil still looks like he could just whip some ass, does he not?
Oh, yeah. He's
This
massive.
industry is the way that it is. Someone that I'm forever grateful for, and I know that a lot of fans are forever grateful for it. I have full confidence that Nick Khan, Triple H, and
I don't know what Titus O'Neil is going to say, but Triple H was a great wrestler. He understands the business. He understands the philosophy of the wrestling business. He understands the boys. I don't think Vince Senior or Junior were ever real workers, so to speak. I think that Triple H taking over is all good. Like there's nothing that could go bad about it. Plus, when you're married to the boss's daughter,
Sure does help.
Sure does help. Into a whole nother stratosphere when it comes to sports entertainment.
But Bubba, this is like what you said, where the general manager coming from production instead of from sales is usually superior. And so having Triple H, who really knows the business, physically knows the business, it should be an asset.
Coming from not the sales side of things, but coming from the in the
talent.
ring type of deal, certainly will be a plus for the boys. Hello.
Yes.
Hey guys, about the IMG Academy. They field 2 high school football teams right now.
They have 2 football teams, like a varsity and a junior varsity.
No, they've got a national team, and then they got a team that just plays all the teams in Florida.
For real.
For real, yeah. Look it up right now. They got the national team, which is where all the 4 and 5 stars recruit from, and then they got the white varsity team, which will play like the CCCs and Venice and stuff this year.
Now, do they? I mean, not all of it. I mean, they give a lot of scholarships out. I mean, because you're not in order to get that.
These 4 stars that are flying in from Texas, they're all paid for. Essentially, what they do is IMG is the same people that bought out the UFC, so they're just hoping that a couple of these guys make it to the league and then use them as representation. It pays itself back tenfold.
Hold on. So the people that bought UFC from
they're affiliated with the IMG Academy. Yeah, the people that bought UFC from the Lorenzo brothers also run the IMG Academy.
I know a guy that works for Gatorade on the in Chicago, on the very high corporate level of Gatorade. I've known him for years. His name's Adam, and he says Gatorade will use they'll go down to IMG and work on stuff that's not available, like formulations and things like that. They use the IMG facilities and on the kids, on stuff that they are
like glorified guinea pigs.
No, but in a good way, meaning this is the stuff that they're going to roll out in a year or so for everybody else, but they seem to offer it to IMG first, and I guess glorified guinea pigs, but not in a bad way, in a good way. Nothing they're giving them is going to hurt them. It's just about hydration and stuff.
Well, I mean, Florida State has gone down there to do cancer week at a time. A lot of teams when they're playing the Bucks, they'll use the IMG facilities. When they're coming out for preseason. So Michigan did it too before.
What's their facilities like? Unreal.
It's disgusting. I when I was in college, I worked at the golf course over there, and it was disgusting how nice it is.
Let me see if you can get me a video of IMG facilities. But better yet, I just saw the University of Florida's brand new facilities.
I'm a Seminole guy, so I'm not a huge fan of them. But yes.
The Florida State Seminoles are never going to be nothing until they hire Deion Sanders. Period.
I completely agree. I haven't wanted
and for the racist alumni, because I know Deion and I've had a conversation with him. He was up for the job when they hired this latest ass bucket, and some old white money. For real,
I heard that same story with Charlie Strong back in the day at Florida, because he was married to a white woman, and some of those old Ben Hill Griffith guys weren't a huge fan of that.
That's what happened with Deion, and now they're kicking themselves in the ass because Deion's taken now a little known Jackson State team And
they stole the best player from Florida State last year.
Right. So
one day it took them to get that guy over there.
Florida State doesn't see what they need to do, one, they need to put about $150 million into some new facilities because that's what athletes go to. And two, hire Deion Sanders. Florida State's never going to be relevant again in the ACC until they make those changes. Period.
I agree. They need to find a way to hem up Taggart and not have to pay the rest of that money out too, because he's just a sea anchor at this point.
Willie Taggart was a
They're
complete
still
ass
paying him.
bucket.
I think they still get like $50 million on his contract.
Well, whatever.
They got to pay.
But they need to start with one, getting better facilities, and two, hiring Deion.
I agree. Deion's the complete game changer there. But anyway, that IMG Academy is pretty cool. I'll let you guys go, but thanks for taking my call, man.
Thanks. Lummy, I'm going to go to work, so I'm not too far late. See if you can find me.
Do you just want the football? Because they break it up to like, this is the baseball facility. It's like a minute long.
No.
Trying to find the football.
I want the football one.
Okay.
Jay's here too.
Okay, perfect. We'll do all of that when we come back. You being a former Gator, will love. Have you seen the new Florida football complex?
I have not.
I'll get it for you next.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
You sticking around? I'll stick around for about 10 minutes. Then I gotta go because I got.
You don't have to go there.
Huh?
You don't have to. Okay. I mean, I'm here for a change. My day just cleared.
Okay.
It's up to you. Unless Bubba wants you to stick around. It's up to you.
Well, I can't ever tell him not to.
I'll check mine.
Let me ship 100 bits. Good morning.
Bubba, I'm cleared for 3:30 on Friday.
Okay, perfect.
What's at 3:30 at Friday? Should I get myself upset?
Nah.
Just kidding.
Lummy, Lynn from Phoenix has no.
Is it a left to right? If you ever need me to come on there and beat on Brian, I'll happy to do it too.
Lynn from Phoenix has no segments.
They're all in the folder. I'll email it to him.
Oh, he just got 3.
There's 5 in there now.
Morning, group of
You
lips.
just follow up on it?
Yep.
Beltzhauser, what up? What's up, Ned? Lummy's Chip. F1, I can't wait. I've been looking at my TV for the last 3 weeks, wishing it was there. What's up, Nick? Yeah, I had to do mother-in-law stuff, but I have a really cool set of in-laws, believe it or not. What's up, Hootie? Riz, Johnny, Possum Trot, Ben K. Fabian. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 bits. J.K. Azteco, 1,000 bits. Dr. Dan's Bloomin' Onion Maker. What up, Stevie? How you doing? Pura Vida. Daunting. Good morning, everybody. Janessa's Yoga Pants. I like that. It's a funny name. Radio 11. How's everyone doing? Mern and wrestling coach. Wrestling coach. Hi, country girl. Hey, Heather, spin instructor. How you doing? The Jesuit facility is pretty good, but it can't really touch IMG. IMG is pretty much a collegiate. It's a collegiate facility for every one of their sports. I mean, how many tennis courts they have there?
Lummy, you sending that to me?
Yeah, I'm trying to get one that's actually short like that baseball one.
Well, I just saw the Florida one. Somebody just sent it to me like a couple days
ago.
ago.
212.
Oh, you want the? I was doing the IMG one. I'm sorry.
Fan, Jimmy Jam.
I'll find the Florida one.
Okay.
Bumpy Boy. What's up, Mike? That's cool. It's funny, 67. Thank you, my friend. What's up, Anna's training bra? C2 Hot, what up? Man, they kind of punked Kevin out last night on Fox, like national. I didn't like it.
The bread one?
The one where they talked about, like, you know, Anna is a former military, whatever, and then they talk about Kevin, a former prosecutor, and he's laughing. And then it was like terrible. They didn't. I mean, he was laughing because she's done this 14. Yeah, exactly. Plays a victim, but then they cut him off before he explained how. It wasn't. I didn't like it.
No, that's grit for you.
Super grit. Man, he's usually okay, but I mean, I show my son all the time. You can't believe either side. JB, Audio Pro, what up? Hey, Anna, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Really good. What's up? HS, Bubba Fan 69. Auto Mods of Sarasota. I will.
I don't want to fucking marketing tour with some douchebags.
Buddha balling. Say that again?
I'm trying to find this video just football and they have some kid like walking around on their website.
The Jesuit won their first game 42-7.
Not bad.
They're like 14th in the country.
That's incredible. It all started last year when they beat St. Aquinas. And they've just been undefeated since and have had a really incredible streak. Coach's son's starting as a senior now as the linebacker. The kid last year who was a true sophomore is a junior. I mean, we got a heck of a team. What's up, North Carolina Surfer? Everything's great here. Redbeard. What's up, 300, 200? I'm still proud of that 200. I'll have to bring you in my patch one day and show you with Danny's $20 bill that's 12 years old. I still have Danny's $20 bill from when I got that 200 patch, Bubba, when we were in the league, bowling.
Oh, you do?
Fuck yeah. Best 20 bucks I've ever earned. Stuck in Dion's tub. Morning. How's everyone doing? The $20 is as good as the patch, but it's a certified PBA patch. Proud of it. Happened in a tournament. But do you have a 300 in the tournament, Lummy?
No.
What's your highest in the tournament? 250? 260?
263.
So do they give a patch? They have to give some kind of killer patch for that.
Yeah.
Is it 250?
250 plus, yeah.
So what is it, 200, 250?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I'll ever get a 250. I'll be J Bowler 200 forever. How many 300s have you had, J Bowler? We witnessed one during the Bubba League. It was awesome. It was like watching a no-hitter.
It was.
Wasn't it fucking killer?
We saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
It was fucking exciting.
It was awesome.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. I don't know if you're listening to the show earlier, Jay, but I told Anna Luna Polina that I can accept service at Diaco Law. That's one of my many places that you can serve me if you want to sue me.
That's fine.
Because she's threatening to sue anybody that questions her service record or is, been as outspoken and critical as I have been about her. She doesn't realize that she's the absolute epitome of a public figure, and that I, with you as my attorney on the air, I absolutely have never wished any malice or slander or defamation. I just am giving my personal opinion that I think that she is not a qualified candidate, and I do question her service record, and I would love to be sued by her.
I haven't heard all of it.
I'd love for you to depose her, Jay.
What I've heard has been well within the bounds of what's appropriate when you have a government candidate. No, I haven't heard the song.
Kept my mouth shut out of fear of...
Oh, and so...
This is called a parody, though, in case anyone's listening.
This is called a parody
when
song.
When it has music.
Yeah, it's not certainly called a parody song.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show practices healing through humor, consisting of hyperbolic statements and parody on the backside, including the use of disclaimers to cover their collective asses.
Now, Jay, I'm thinking about maybe taking my cream machine out.
It's ready to go. The song's on a flash drive. It's plugged in. I tested it. It works fine.
Blitz, tell me you're lying.
Nope, done.
Dude, just tell me something.
Your trailer's hooked up as well.
I'd mouth kiss you right now if I could.
Well,
me and Blitz had some good quality time yesterday together. I like when it's just you and me.
I agree.
For real.
I know. It was good.
Thank you.
I like spending time with him too. Every now and then he'll show up at my house. It's nice. He's good. He's a good dude.
He's a pretty good guy.
Oh, it's hard to get him away.
Shut
from
up
you
on
right
a bitch.
Now.
Kind of come on the try
take all our time.
Oh,
from him.
coming in here on the Blitz. He's a cool guy. Train. I've known it since I met him in the 90s. Bitch.
Well, I got on the train. And then I really got on the train.
Yeah, then you
brought the
really,
new guy?
then you really got on the train.
Right.
You ride it out.
Yeah, now I'm the conductor of the train.
So, so
Bitch.
now you.
Honk, honk. Get in line.
That's like a new word for the booker. She's the
'Cause
conductor.
Is
She
Dan
got,
here
she
or
got
did he
that
leave?
caboose.
Did Dan leave?
He left.
Dan left. You're shoveling coal into that motor, aren't you, baby?
Sure am.
Anyway, Jay, I'm thinking about just to let you know, as my attorney, to put you on notice so that you don't get blindsided. I'm thinking about going and taking my cream machine out, which has a complete stereo system that can, broadcast out, and going to various polls and playing the song at the polls.
Kept my mouth shut out of fear of being sued. My cousin is Anna Polina Luna. I 100% do not endorse her. This is one woman you do not need in politics.
And by the way, that's her niece that said all that. That's not me.
That grew up with her.
Wasn't there an uncle and a niece and a bunch of people?
We had the uncle on yesterday.
Those are called sources.
Right.
Anna Polina Meyerhofer, changing name to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the red rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
She is constantly manipulating her past and lying about things and then threatening to sue people so that they don't speak up. I am sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
Everybody, Pinellas County, go vote for Kevin Hazlett. Don't you worry if you're not legal. The Democrats will try to cheat. On a lunatic will try to sue you. She's mean, she's not so sweet. If you want to run for Congress, you should not be crazy. Anna Polina's gonna sue you. Rhino Republican, she is so blue. Lame, she's Latina, but she can't speak Spanish. Watch all supporters suddenly vanish. Anna Polina Meyerhofer, changing name to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the red rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
I'm sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
What do you think, Jay?
You can call Trump a traitor and treasonous, but you can't use her niece's or her uncle's words against her?
No.
With music behind it and laugh? I mean, that's a parody.
Lummy, will you find me that appearance that she made last night on the Braveheart show, whatever the hell this guy's name is?
The War Zone or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm sure Steve Bannon.
Yeah, Steve Bannon.
She was on Steve Bannon.
You think Steve Bannon would do his homework?
You would think. But she has put everybody on notice that she will sue you.
Steve Bannon's very Machiavellian. He will take people's legs out if he thinks they're not the right candidate. So
Dear Anna Polina Luna, please know that I will accept service at Diaco Law. If you could just go ahead and just cut out the middle guy and just go right there, have it served right there, jail. Have his secretary sign for it. Let the games begin. Right, my friend?
Unapologetically Christian. I'm unapologetically conservative, and I plan to be a voice for this demographic once I get to D.C.
Well, there'll have to be a letter first, and so they'll have to send you the letter.
Tell me about the rally.
Well, you know the procedure.
The 770, and I'm sure we'll have to we'll laugh
on
at
Friday,
whatever's
MTG,
there.
because she left your rally.
Dear Anna Luna, make sure you send your 770 to Jay. He'll have all this preserved. We have it all ready to go.
I think she went to Sabatini's, and then she...
Actually, Jay, we're making a YouTube video of it, and so we'll just say, hey, just go right to YouTube. The song's on there. Everything's on there.
She spent all day Sunday in Springfield with the summit. Talk to us about the rally on Friday, particularly walk us through what MTG said.
Well, we had over 1,000 people that showed up to our event, so rally. But there were political operatives that were texting her. These are people that claim to be tied to President Trump, of which they're not.
And I have said, Jay, in full disclosure, that I would like to bang her, and I think she should work the day shift at the dollhouse. I think she's hot. I think she's attractive. I think she's a very attractive woman, and I think she looked good on a pole.
What say you, Jay?
That's just my personal opinion. It's hyperbole at Chippy O.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show practices healing through humor, consisting of hyperbolic statements and parody on the backside, including the use of disclaimers to cover their collective asses.
I have no comment other than I support Bubba's right to say that.
Right, and I'm using far more disclaimers than I used to, Jay. I'm giving you all kinds of tools to work with your kid.
I mean, honestly, there's a case called Citizen United that everyone's heard about, and it was your right to criticize a political opponent. They did a movie about Hillary Clinton, of all things.
Mm-hmm.
And the United States Supreme Court, I think they voted unanimously in favor of freedom of speech.
And they don't
your
vote
ability
unanimously very often, do
to
they?
criticize. No, they don't very often, and your ability to criticize your political opponent. And so this is parody, man. This is like parody, hyperbole, public figure 101.
Here we go.
But they were texting Marjorie Taylor Greene saying that I was never in the military. And I actually sent Marjorie my DD-214, which is my service record. And I also sent her my guard record, which is something that I never publicly released because I thought, if these people are dirty.
Hey, Blitz, don't bust me up with your National Guard, card, please. A guard card.
They're going to try to say that I didn't serve honorably or that I got out early. So I showed her that as well, and she lit these people up on stage. She said, "How dare you attack a service member? Anna ought to sue you guys." And she called them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you. To their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you. Called them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because I didn't serve.
How many candidates right now, great candidates across America, are running in some type of race, and they've threatened to sue people for criticizing them? I don't know of any loon right now that would think that you could sue anybody for criticizing you as a public figure. In fact, that's the absolute epitome. Public figures are the least protected people when it comes to freedom of speech. Am I not right, Jay? I mean, public
100%.
figures, politicians, athletes, media members, journalists.
Politicians, the First Amendment was specifically designed to address your ability to criticize the king, the president, a politician. You should see what cartoons look like in the 1800s. Political cartoons
so this
were
is
brutal.
public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you. This is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you.
Boy, what are you going to do when I'm rolling up in my cream machine playing your parody song? Man. Jay, warm up that 770, kid. I'm about to.
Okay, so this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because
sue me for what? I think you're a great person. I think you're beautiful. I think that I don't know what type.
What's the issue with the military? She's saying. What's she talking about?
We brought a guy in yesterday, Matt Tito, who is a 8-year Marine captain, two plus tours of Afghanistan, and there's all kinds of discrepancies within her DD-214. The amount of time, whether she was
honorably
discharged.
So did he just bring up the DD2 and the facts and raise the issues?
Well, yeah, we've actually.
He knows how to read it properly.
Yeah, so what did you do?
I let him have his. Let him
so what
let
did
him talk on the radio.
Again, what did you do?
I co-signed with him and said, "Yeah, go, Matt, go."
I
mean, I'm like, yeah, warm it up, Matt. And he said, "I'm about to," and we just went crazy.
Okay, so this is public notice.
And I had her.
Was it based on public records and based on facts?
Yes.
Is it opinion based on facts?
Yes.
Protected.
And also, I had her uncle, who's also her godfather, Edward Mayhofer. I had him on the air yesterday, and he was giving his firsthand accounts and knowledge of the things that he knows about her, which her dad was his brother, George. And he, basically said that he said that she is a full-blown loon, a full-blown liar. She's not Latino. Their family heritage has her at about 25% Latino. She can't speak Spanish. She has lied and been very misleading on various forms that she's filled out as a candidate. She's filled some candidate forms out that she's white, non-Hispanic. She's filled other ones out that she's Latin. She now is playing this whole Latin card. She considers
sort of
herself
like Beto
Latin.
O'Rourke. Yeah. Robert Francis O'Rourke then changed to Beto because that's what Roberto is called in Texas.
Very similar.
Beto O'Rourke.
Like a nickname.
I think except he won a few races here and there, did he not?
Who, Beto?
Yeah.
Not the
He won?
candidacy for.
No, he
president.
skateboarded on stage once like a boomer.
He did?
Oh, yeah, you look like an idiot.
So this is public notice. If you attack
That's
my
called
service, I will
hyperbole.
sue you because
How can she put people on public notice? This
You
is
can't.
public notice. Hold on.
if you attack my service, I will sue you because
Well, that's very
First of all,
broad.
even if I attack your service, I can even say it's my opinion that you were a crappy soldier. It's my opinion that you were kind of a fake soldier in the fact that you never went abroad. It's my opinion that you may have worked at a strip joint.
They used to call Vietnam vets baby killers to their faces.
Right.
public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you.
Who wants a politician that's already litigious? Right? My Lord.
Face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you. Because
Jay, I don't think she has the balls to sue me. And of all people that would be involved, you would be, you'd be P1.
Didn't Hazlett get one thrown out for fraud, for being not
Yes.
honest with the court?
Well,
that was some kind of statement
I think
that
she's-
misrepresent. What was the statement? I don't want to say it incorrectly.
I think her last 3 attempted, and I don't know this to be true, but I just off the top of my head, I think that her last 3 attempts to sue people have all been thrown out.
But wasn't Kevin personally involved in one of them?
Yeah, that was the latest one that got
Okay.
thrown out. Where
That's
she
the
said
only one I heard
Where she
about.
said Roger Stone was trying to poison her, and Roger's never met this woman.
And they proved that in court, right?
No, nothing was proved
No,
because it got
they
thrown out.
proved the opposite, that never happened.
Right. Well, it got thrown out.
Yeah.
Like the judge didn't even listen to testimonies. Like, get the hell out of here with that.
Yeah.
out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you.
Why is the media not making a bigger deal about that? I don't know of a candidate that's ever said that. If you attack me, you can say virtually anything about a candidate. A political candidate, is the absolute epitome of a public figure. I mean,
Think about all of the things they've said negatively about Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, George Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, every president that you can think of. When I was a kid, Ronald Reagan, they had him sitting on a nuclear button with a cowboy hat on, calling him a wild cowboy. He's insane. It's like, this is called political speech.
Falwell versus Flint had, Falwell having incest with his mom in an outhouse. I can't say that you're a horrible soldier. You're a fake. You're a fraud. You're an Instagram model, a maximum hottie. I can't say that, and that you're not congressional candidate material. I can't say that. Well, no, I can say that, and I will, and I'm going to take my little cream machine with a thumb drive courtesy of One Blitz, and I'm going to play this song at every precinct, and hopefully I find which one you're at. Now, I'm not trying to touch you or disrupt you or do anything harmful for you. I just want to play my song. That's it. And let people know my opinion in a parody type way of you and your service and your ability to be a potential congressperson. That's my right. And you know what? Unlike any other person in this media, any other person in Tampa Bay, and I can say this almost in a cocky type way because I got the guy that tried it right there. I don't know of how many other people in Tampa Bay that have been through what I have been through: First Amendment, freedom of speech, defamation, slander. I don't know, Jay, that anybody else has gone to trial for it except me.
It gets thrown out.
Well, no, there's been one other person go.
Time.
There's been one other person that go, and that's the guy that we beat. There's been 2 people in Tampa, Florida, 2 media members in Tampa, Florida that have been to trial. One won and one lost.
2 entered the Thunderdome and 1 emerged.
Right. One had a pubic hair bonnet and one was a fat ass. And the fat ass won.
And she called them out to their face. So this is public notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you
Sue me, bitch.
That statement, just think of that. If you attack my public service, I will sue you. That, by definition, attacking someone's public service is protected speech. They're a public servant. That right there makes me believe she doesn't understand the First Amendment.
Hold on. I want somebody in Congress that certainly understands the law.
She's supposed to be a First Amendment advocate, and she's literally citing something right there that's just not. Every United States citizen enjoys the right to criticize a candidate.
Again.
And they're any public servant.
Again. A political candidate is the epitome of a political figure.
And a public servant.
Yeah.
notice. If you attack my service, I will sue you because I did serve honorably. And how dare you attack my service?
Boy, seems like somebody's a little full of themselves, doesn't it?
Yeah. Maybe you've seen that before. I don't know if you could show that on Twitter.
Listen, in full disclosure, if I get deposed or whatever, she's hot as hell. I'll give her that.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have sexual relations with her. Is that slanderous or defamation to say that I'm attracted to her? She's beautiful. I mean, we're not running for a beauty contest here. We're trying to put smart people in Congress. I don't know if she's, that right, but boy, whew, she's a smoke show. And when you're making videos like this, man, I'm going to have an opinion.
Is that a political video?
It should be.
I mean, I think
I'm
it was
voting.
before.
I'm voting for it right now. Blitz, change the song. I mean, when you're putting yourself out there like that, you don't think that people have opinions of that and can have.
Man, if
I'm hot and I'm stupid, but that's what works in today's world. Look at AOC. I'm hot and stupid. I don't necessarily know how appropriate that really is. I know Blitz isn't showing it on Twitch.
I don't know if he's letting his girl do that.
I don't know if I want my. I mean, I wouldn't mind my congressman looking like that, to be honest with you.
Well, at least you know why Trump gave the endorsement now.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Lummy, where did you find the Maxim video?
Oh, yeah, send that to me, Lummy.
Right.
I got to show that to
I was thinking the exact same thing,
I was
Blitz.
trying to look it up.
You don't have to look very far to figure out where the endorsement came from. Yeah, how did he? Is that endorsement old or is it fresh?
Well, it's from a year ago before Kevin entered the race.
Right, and he's kind of been silent since then.
Yeah.
It's on
I got it.
What is it? Maxim Hometown.
Because you would think that Roger Stone would have his ear.
He did, but
he doesn't care about like Florida District 13. Like,
Which you would think you care about all the districts. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I
don't
understand.
think
I've heard.
so. Like,
I heard it
he's
when he was
got
on the
bigger
radio that day. He
fish
doesn't
to
really
fry.
care.
He doesn't care. He doesn't remember. Like,
oh fuck, I'm stoked.
Oh, he being Trump.
yeah, like
Stoked
Trump
up,
doesn't
stoked
care.
up, stoked up.
Tampa and St. Pete is a huge, huge win.
I love it, and there's one in the kitchen as well.
I'm putting a Bubba
What's up, Mark?
Ooh, all right. It's just on YouTube. Oh, okay.
Really?
Hometown High. I found it. I don't even know how old she is. I feel like
That doesn't surprise me,
I've
Carlos.
looked up. Different reports have shown different things. Like some say her birthday's like 88, 86.
Yeah, we were trying to figure that out.
I would
I don't
just
even know
guess
how-
mid 30s, maybe
Actually,
low to
she's
mid
only
30s, right?
Well,
I
no,
don't think she's 40.
What she said on the Fox interview with the local Fox, we're trying to figure out how old she was because he brought up the Obama thing, and she was like, "Well, the first time he ran, I wasn't allowed to vote."
It says.
And then
She
she
says
said when
30
he
or 30 years.
ran the second time, I didn't register to vote. So
Really?
That's what she said.
She's 33 allegedly.
Who
Who
doesn't
not
register to vote
doesn't
at
register to
18?
I guess she didn't register in time to vote for the.
Have you voted all the time since you were a kid, or no? Or have you got more politically active since you're older?
Well, I've become more on the smaller things.
Yeah.
But like the bigger elections, when I was younger.
Like every presidential election since you were 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's
Because
like,
I was still technically, my license most of the time I had my parents because I
Yeah.
go home for the summer.
Yeah.
So I didn't like vote
Hey
for the
Jay,
city
can you imagine if
commissioners.
we get sued by her? That would be fucking fun. I mean, we're
I just did.
we're even on the better side of the law
I just
here.
did like 20 depots in the last 30 days. My skill sets have been all time like high right now. Danny, I said something yesterday, but it's so nice to be working with Scott in the twilight of my career. He's like, if you say that one more fucking time, I'm going to kill you.
No, but
he's like,
hold on.
you're barely at the prime of your career.
Can you imagine deposing her?
Would not be a fun day.
It would be the funnest
The other
day
day in
ever.
this depot, this lady was an expert in vocational rehabilitation, and she has all these letters after her name, and none of them are like PhD or MD that make me call her doctor. And so I was going to come right out of the box and say some obnoxious questions, and I said to my partner, I said, Scott, I'm going to show you range today. I'm going to start slow, I'm going to build it up before I chop her down. Well, she got me so irritated. At one point, I said, do you see the doctor, this doctor did a MMPI, it's a IQ test. And she's like, yeah, I don't know why he did that. And I said, are you questioning him? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And I said, listen, you got a lot of letters after your name. do any of them require I call you doctor? And she said, no. And I said, okay, miss. And then I said her name again, and she went to like, well, I'm not trying to insinuate that the doctor did anything wrong.
Did you play it a little sooner than she wanted to because she pissed you off?
It was like one of the last things I did, just to put the nail in the coffin. And it was just like,
Yeah, but can you imagine this bitch who's so full of herself, who's never been deposed in the manner of which...
Separate beard.
You got to prove damages.
Right, no.
But I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like, first of all, you got to get over you're a public figure.
Well, her damages
Second of all, you got to get past actual malice.
Damages would be if she would lose.
Right.
Then she would say that we.
But you have to prove a causal relationship. You can't just say these things. I mean, you and I know the nuances.
No,
of
I
it.
know.
Plus, you're just giving opinion, and that's all it is. It's like it would be. I mean,
I'm trying to get her to sue me. I want her to sue me.
Oh God, I hope she's not that gullible.
She is. She's that narcissistic.
Very Sue happy.
She thinks that she's above the law because nobody's ever called her out. She doesn't know the law.
But you've already explained that you don't have. You're just challenging her as a candidate. There's no malice there.
That's why I said that.
There's no malice there.
Right.
You're not being reckless. You're having people that claim to have knowledge. I mean, it's like it's.
I'm giving you far more ammunition this time because I'm saying.
101.
I'm saying, hey, listen, I don't wish anything bad for you. I want you to, but I don't think that you're a qualified candidate. That's my opinion. Period. I don't want anything bad for you, and I want you to have a successful whatever the fuck you decide to do in life. If you want to be a Maxim hottie, that seems like you'd be qualified for that real good. Now, Jay, I do have to tell you a secret that you may not remember.
Here.
But I can't tell you now. I'll tell you.
Okay. It's a 52 seconds.
Yeah, we can't do it now.
Okay.
I'll have to do it. We got one more break before I gotta go.
Cool.
Lummy?
Yes, sir.
What you doing?
Working hard for you, boss?
Shut up, Lummy.
Me too.
Here we go. 18. From the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. Oh, on an unrelated note, man, I don't know. Blitz, have you peeped our OnlyFans lately?
I have not.
My God. You might want to go look at...
Okay.
Merch Crick has found some stuff from the hard drive that you gave her.
Awesome.
Oh, my Lord. It is unbelievable.
You have her doing the previews?
Yeah.
That's
she puts
awesome.
listen, Blitz was doing. I'm like, Blitz, let me just give it to the Merch Crick. Let's just cut and paste it.
Yeah.
Put it on up there. We got 2257s on everybody.
She may be one of the coolest chicks I know.
So, and she's going with me today on my polling on a Luna Polina deal, and I might pick up Matt Tito too.
Nice.
I might have to have you help me get that freezer out the back.
Oh, okay. I can get it out myself. Maybe with the red help, I can get it out. It's
But
easy.
you can literally just put it right there on the ground.
Okay, and just leave it there for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been rained on for 42 years. Doesn't matter.
No problem.
But man, our OnlyFans account, the Merch Crick puts up something brand new every day, and I think Pop Rockin' the Kitty was yesterday, where we put Pop Rocks in a. Yeah, well, you can figure it out. Topless boxing, tack dodgeball. There's just all kinds of great stuff up on our OnlyFans. OnlyFans at the Bubba Army. And it's the best $10 you'll ever spend. You could literally go crazy on yourself. Anna, did you find me this maximum, or did Lummy find this?
Lummy did.
Lummy, thank you for this.
Oh, no problem.
I just want everybody to know that, my opinion of Anna Luna Mayhofer is not one of malice or slander. I'm not trying to defame her. I'm sure she's really, really good at a lot of things. I
Like
don't.
what?
I don't think Anna one of those would be potentially a congressperson, but she's hot as hell. I bet
She
you. I
is.
bet you, in the right circumstances, she's a great person. And when she doesn't win this election, she has, certainly probably a lot of different career paths that she can choose. And I wish her nothing but the best. I just don't think that she would be a good congresswoman. That's it. Now, if we were talking about, being a semifinalist, Lummy, representing Fort Walton Beach from 2014, Maxim Hometown Hotties.
She get her vote.
I would be.
She wins all day.
I would be and we're heard in Fort Walton Beach. We're like number 3 in Fort Walton Beach. Blitz 15th to 3rd.
That's awesome.
In our first grading period.
I can't wait to go back up there.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Blitz, I don't mind staying at the same joint we did.
I agree.
I'm going next time.
Yay.
Yeah, we need
Me
you.
too.
We need you to keep.
I got to fly. I'm coming next time.
We needed you to take care of your brother.
I heard he was hilarious. So between
so-
you and Danny, I heard that the two of you guys lit the rooms up.
He's stiffer than me.
But he was your Ed McMahon.
Because
So everything you did, he was laughing at.
He's stiffer than me because he's smarter than me, and he's a doctor and a lawyer. I'm just whatever. But anyway, I mean, Anna, Luna, Polina, Mayhofer, she represented Fort Walton Beach in the Maxim Hometown Hotties 2014. She also, we've been told, potentially, rumor has it that she may have danced or at least was a cocktail waitress at the Red Rose Inn, not the Red House.
At the Red House.
The Red Rose Inn. And she was probably a pretty damn good one.
What was Kevin doing in 2014? He was a badass lawyer raising kids that are going to be defending our country.
Oh, hold on.
Ayo.
Oh, snap, counselor.
What was he doing?
Now you're in on this with me.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying this is just 8 years ago.
A super PAC opposing
I've never seen
congressional
this
candidate,
before, by the
Kevin
way.
Hazlett, has made a $661,000 television buy in the week leading up to the Republican primary in Florida's 13th congressional district, and now it's the only committee spending big on the race before Election Day. In the week ahead of Tuesday's primary, political committees have spent thousands on media supporting and opposing the two Republican frontrunners in CD13, former prosecutor Hazlett and Air Force veteran Anna Polina Luna. Here is Anna Polina Luna in something, in my opinion, that she does quite well. I mean, she is absolutely gorgeous in this. Now, this was 8 years ago or so.
Hey Maxim, my name is Anna Meyerhofer. I'm your 2014 Hometown Hottie contestant.
Now, if she's Anna Mayhofer there, why isn't she Anna Mayhofer now? Just asking for a friend, Anna. My Anna Hummel, I'm asking. Why is she not Anna Mayhofer? Because is that not as ethnic sounding?
Yeah, I think identity politics plays a big role when you're trying to get elected.
My name is Anna Meyerhofer. I'm your 2014 Hometown Hottie contestant for Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
Vote for me, I'm white.
And let me tell you, she nails it here. She's got my vote for this. I mean, we're 8 years late.
For those of you that haven't been to Fort Walton Beach,
I mean, she has aged well. She still looks like $1 million.
Florida.
She doesn't look a day older, to be
I want to
honest.
go on record by saying I like to blast her sexually.
Never said that before.
Sexually.
Happens to be a very diverse.
Is it wrong for me to fret sexually over an attractive woman that's
No,
over 18?
It's natural.
No, it's a natural thing.
Community.
Is it illegal for me to fret over a woman that's from a city that my show's syndicated in?
Not at all.
No. That's where she should be running for political office. Fort Walton Beach. Now, Anna, I can get behind you running for some type of office there, dog catcher or something like that at Fort Walton Beach. They could use you.
Because of the fact that it is a military town. So we have people from not only all around the world, but all walks of life here. Aside from that, if you are looking for things to do, we pretty much go to the beach all the time. If you haven't been here, the beaches have white sand, turquoise water, and an extremely avid nightlife.
Yeah, we got a great place called the Red Rose Inn, too, that you're a cocktail waitress and or dancer. And I'm not And I'm not hating on either one of those.
As far as my free time is concerned, when I'm not in classes, which
When I'm not filing lawsuits on people.
That was before all that.
can be pretty hectic.
Oh, I bet you she's filed many lawsuits prior. I bet you she's. It'd be interesting to see what her first lawsuit of hurtphilioma was.
I like to go to the beach, but if I'm not there, I find myself actually at
Man, that little mole on her neck would be great target practice for a non-lethal weapon.
Which is?
My penis.
Oh.
the range a lot, which is something I find very fun and I take very seriously.
Blitz, just like that German Shepherd dog wasn't her car, I promise you that this Chevy isn't her car. I promise you. Is that an old Nova or a Chevelle?
It's a Nova, 350.
Those were fast too, weren't they? Yeah. Heavy, but fast. Now, Jay, I know you're not, but that's a pretty good look, don't you think? That's pretty strong.
She's a very attractive woman.
Whoa. But here's the thing, Jay. We caught her on this yesterday. She's shifting gears, but the car's not moving.
Hold on. Look at the key.
The key's not even on.
Oh, my God, Blitz, you're the man, dude.
The key ain't on. She's shifting gear. Now, Blitz, what would be badass if she dumped it down in first and did a big old burn? Now, that would be cool, wouldn't
like
it?
you did in my front yard.
Yeah. She's going through the gears. She doesn't know how to do it. Blitz, how they could have made this better is if she got out of the car and the back tires were still smoking. How, from the burnout. Now that would be badass. By the way, Big Buck did a badass burnout in our.
We Pave We Seal.
Oh, is that We Pave We Seal?
Yeah,
I saw it.
Go Shuck.
It's on our Instagram.
We encourage burnouts in front of our business.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, Anna.
Yes.
You're a.
Oh, sorry.
Polina, Luna, Mayhofer. Whew. This looks
strong.
This looks strong. Is this my new congressperson? I hope not. Is this a hot bitch from FWB? Uh-huh. That can't drive a stick? We should have known you were a fake back then. When Anna, you might want to have the car on next time. I'm going to be honest with you. Ass is a little flat for my liking. Like, that's not.
I think the jeans also aren't the most flattering.
Well, then find some that
She
are.
needs to pull them up.
Then find
I promise
some that
you'd
are
do
more.
better. Yeah.
With a little, if she had a little cheek hanging out.
Yeah, you got to pull it up. There you go. A little better. Not much. Never mind.
A lot better. I don't think she's had any kids either. Why isn't the media having a heyday? Why isn't the media having a heyday with
They're going to as soon as she wins if she wins a primary, they're going to.
I mean, why are they not having it? We're the only ones having a heyday with this. We're the only ones having a heyday with this.
I've kept my mouth shut out of fear
Going into words.
of being sued. My cousin is Anna Polina Luna. I 100% do not endorse her. This is one woman you do not need in politics.
Anna Polina Meyerhofer, changing it to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the red rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
She is constantly manipulating her past and lying about things and then threatening to sue people so that they don't speak up. I am sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
Everybody in Pinellas County, go vote for Kevin Hazlett. Don't you worry if you're not legal. The Democrats will try to cheat. On a lunatic will try to sue you. She's mean, she's not so sweet. If you want to run for Congress, you should not be crazy. Anna Polina's gonna sue you. Rhino Republican, she is so blue. Lame, she's Latina, but she can't speak Spanish. Watch all supporters suddenly vanish. Anna Polina Meyerhofer, changing it to Luna cause it sounded hotter. Stripping at the red rose, going crazy. Booted from the Air Force cause she's lazy.
I'm sick and tired of it, and I hope all of you out there in Florida in that district leave anyone else but her.
Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Hey, Jay, I tell you something.
What's that?
He's gonna tell you something.
Oh.
I think she is probably 37, 38.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's hard to pinpoint. Yeah, I saw 89. I've seen 86. I've seen 87.
I've seen more on 84 right now.
Yeah, I have no idea. On Wikipedia, it says 89.
Oh, anyone can change Wikipedia though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I guess that's like public consensus. What's hot chat?
Because then you go to Characters Wiki, it says she's born in 84. Half her net worth, 84. Years. I think it is now Mark the Frog. Go back and check it again. Monopoly, la 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 la. I had to do that thing like 3 times. Morning Vegas Bubba Army, 36 months. Yeah, I get it.
That's what I saw,
Get it done,
Blitzy.
Mark the Frog.
I saw 56, 89, but I've seen 86. If you see it all, it doesn't make enough sense. Oh, that was on our DD214.
What?
Both said May 6, 89, which is what's on Wikipedia.
I wonder if people keep putting 84 then.
I don't know. I don't know, Mr. Lummy.
It's all fake. It's all fake. What city? 42 months.
Mr. Lummy.
So
Gus is
it's
too soft? You're talking about my fucking car? Keep my car's name out your fucking mouth. I'll pull Will Smith on you. House. Keep my name out your mouth. I can't stop.
But certainly not going to say she's a.
No. But you like that, don't you? I remembered it.
Funny.
I got a fucking memory on me.
And that mattered so much, and it mattered so little.
Right.
To you.
Like, I
That
never
mattered
really,
zilch.
you know.
Zilche. Zilche and goodbye.
Blitz, I do need to borrow you for my. Oh, he's not in there. I need to borrow.
And that's only 7 months from now, Jay.
I know it's going to go like a blink of an eye. I can't believe it's been 10 years.
I know.
Will you
Tom, when you have a chance, text me the name of your sleep specialist.
Yes, I will. Although I think he's, I wish I could do more. I think my condition sucks, but yeah, I'll even text him, like do a group text with you because his office is gets
Well,
a bit
just send me
nuts.
his name because it's not
Okay.
for me.
Okay, I
Thank
certainly
you.
will.
No rush.
But if I don't do it now, I won't do it. He sounds like he should be fighting in Rocky. His name is Dragos Zanki.
Is he Greek?
I think Zanki is. I want to say that's probably European.
Anna Polina Luna has blocked me on Facebook.
Oh my God. The
Are you gonna be okay?
No, Jag, I
Thank
might
you,
need
Jay.
some counseling.
You gonna be okay? I got someone you could talk
I
to.
might need some counseling.
Thank you very much.
Is that school shooter gonna get the fucking needle?
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios.
Today, about I'm going to try to roll out of here about 12.
Awesome.
And head over. Oh, Blitz, if you could, I'm so sorry to
Yes.
got you running around. Could you maybe print out or send me a list of like maybe the biggest precincts? You know, like I know there's like I don't need to go to little ones, but or give me a list of the ones you think I should go to or something. You know.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, just maybe even if you just whatever, send me a link to where they all are or something. I'm gonna have a navigator with me, and I'm gonna document it all in case there's some Can they arrest me?
For what?
I mean, if the cops came in and said, "Hey, turn that down," be like, I mean, do I have to turn it down?
I think if you're violating decibel levels, like, if you were a kid with a stereo, but I can't think of any other reason.
Well, that's pretty loud if you want it to be. I mean,
Right.
I mean, are they asking to turn it down or telling you to turn it down?
Oh,
right.
Is that what I need to? I mean, is that what I need, sir? Are you asking me to turn it down or telling me to turn it down?
If he orders you to turn it down, you need to turn it down.
Okay.
If he asks you to turn it down, you don't have to.
We don't have a decibel. And the bottom line is, Blitz, where you're standing has everything to do with how loud it is. Like if you were, at the front door of the precinct, it may be, 60 or 70. I don't even know what the decibel reading or the rule is in Pinellas County.
I don't either.
I don't remember. I had to deal with it for the airport because they had like F-18s or F-15s like flying over our house and doing the afterburners right at my house.
Trust me, I was at Danny's house on Sunday doing a dog-eat play day.
Oh, my God.
And one of these big-ass, Blitz, what are those refuelers called?
KC-135.
Yeah.
They come in all the
and
time.
it took off, and I was like, oh, my God. And
Yeah, those are quiet.
But compared to the warthogs, when the warthog guys come in, the flyboys, and they
Well, the
just
warthogs
go
are
up,
actually probably the quietest of the jets.
except they hit the afterburners.
They don't
right,
have afterburners.
Well, then what are the ones that hit the F-15s?
F-15s,
Okay.
F-A-16s, F-18s. they all do.
When they come in right before the air show, and they're like doing the practicing for all that, and they
that's
like hit
awesome.
the afterburners as soon as they get off the
Let's get
runway,
to
which is
boner on the
right
deal.
over our house.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100.
We got some old-time
115 decibels.
We got some old-time jalopy planes that they take in and out of Tampa every once in a while. And Blitz says they're like 35 years old, and those things shake the building.
Yeah.
Now, what's the most aggressive plane we have as far as taking off and really like hitting an afterburner and being the most, loud?
The loudest currently, the B-1 bomber.
That thing of just if a B-1 bomber took off out of here
And afterburner?
and hit it, right over above us, and out.
It would shake this building so crazy.
For real.
Oh, my God.
More damage than the aluminum
Well,
siding.
let's not get crazy.
Yeah, right. I want to name that something, but if I name it what I want to name it, then it gives away as to where it derived from.
Oh.
So I guess I can't. Lummy, this is the University of...
Moving into our...
This is the University of Florida's new locker room and football facility. Jay, this is where your... is it Alma Mater or whatever else it's called?
No, Dan's alma mater. I'm Florida State.
No, this is where yours is missing. This is because Florida State still got kind of a shiz hole.
Yeah.
Compared to this. Look, Lummy, look at this. You're familiar with college athletics. Look at this.
Football facility.
I mean, college football ain't big business.
Yeah, so what a waste of money.
Wasn't this like $96 million?
It was like, yeah, it was over 90 million.
Wait till you see. Wait till you see.
Locker room.
Each locker has its own recliner. Watch. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a waste of money.
Hold on. Each locker, and then they have their name like a TV above their, with their, like who they are. Like, look, see, Lummy?
My locker.
Is that not unbelievable?
Just like you had.
Oh, yeah, just like.
They didn't need to see.
The Buccaneers were in double wides over by International Mall when I was a kid.
Yeah, but the Bucks' new place, though, is nice.
Oh, it's insane.
Therapy.
Cryotherapy. Hot and cold dip. And this is what gets recruits, man.
Yeah.
You want to go to Florida State and Doak Walker,
Better win some games.
Well, no,
Training room.
I'll give it. It's not as nice, but FSU's facility is nice. I've seen it. It's
Not like
nice.
this.
No, not like this, but it's nice.
This is also brand new. So.
Yeah. They redid Florida State's like, what, 15 years ago?
No, it's new. It was before that. It was like
Cold and hot
10.
tubs.
10 years ago?
Can you bring the cheerleaders in there? Wait till you see their cafeteria. So they don't have to eat with the regular schleps. They get their own, right? They have their own, I think they have their own nutrition deal. Yeah, they better, you're right, Jay. They better win some goddamn games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got some hot interns running nutrition.
Narrator.
Yeah,
I know.
I
Like
do
a little
too.
icon. Nutrition.
Jeff Cheragante would come up with.
Sure does. Is that in the stadium? Is that like the base of the stadium?
No, it's like a building like right outside of it.
Gator room.
Yeah, this is the Gator. I guess this is one of the meeting rooms. Then the tight ends have their room. The offensive linemen have their room. And then they have a general meeting room.
The IP dining. Tight end meeting room.
This is where the tight ends meet. I think this is the next one is like the team
meeting room.
Look at this.
It's like an auditorium from when I went to college.
Yeah.
That's like a whole classroom, honestly.
Yeah, where I never attended. I went to one class. I guess there's too many people in here. I'm gonna probably be the dumbest guy. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. You had those big classes at Florida State when you were in your first 2 years.
Now look at this. They got a basketball court. Now wait till you see their
What
own.
is that for?
Hold on. They have their own personal pool that's only for football players.
They want the
Coach
players
Napier's office.
What's that, Lummy?
They want the players to like hang around and stay because if they stay around the locker room,
Not partying. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Know what? Now this is no. Wait till you see their own. It looks like
This jet and his locker. Players lounge.
looks pretty uncomfortable to me.
They ran out of music? Or?
Yeah, they ran out of music. and then here's the
B-roll.
and then here's the pool. That's so funny. Here's the pool. This is the final thing, the pool. Look at that.
The pool.
Look at that.
And that's not for training.
It looks like Universal Studios.
Moving into our new $19 million.
Yeah, that's a waste of money.
I think we're pretty much done. Caused enough damage. I'm going to be heading out of here about 12:30. Blitz, if you give me a list or whatever.
Okay.
Let's say 10:20.
All right. Yeah, perfect.
10:20, 10:25-ish for the after show, okay? Jay, start preserving stuff because we're going to get sued, buddy.
You start preserving it. Stay 100 feet away from the poles or whatever that rule is.
I will. Thank you, everybody. I'll document this as well. Hopefully I'm not in jail.
Good luck.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks for letting me finish. You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
operations manager and co-host Blitz K,
co-host and show historian Lummox,
co-host Anna Hummel,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council,
co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
Rhett, the Filthy Ginger video editor,
the BRN agent Thomas Buttoned Up Bean,
and for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We never actually crossed the line and did something that was,
No, that's the thing. What do you consider? I might have crossed. No, I don't. I consider crossing the line. You and I can have as much beef as we.